my jetpack?
We know you're there.
Where's my flying car?
It's the Bob and Tom Show. Whoa, whoa.
Cheers.
Yes, cheers. Cheers.
Just
Hello,
coffee, but why not?
Sure.
Chick.
A little Irish coffee? A little bracer? A little something?
Just some pretty decent coffee, I gotta tell you.
Little mud in your
Didn't
eye?
get it from here.
Uh-oh. There seems to be a different opinion.
He brings his own.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So it's come full circle. Just make your own coffee. Go to the Starbucks. Hi, Christy.
Hi, Chick.
Hello, Josh. Hey, Chick. Hello, Ace. Duty.
Notice anything?
Yeah, the air smells better. Everything seems like a rainbow in here. I don't know what's going on. I'm kidding, of course. Wow.
We have banished Godwin to his own quarters. He's no longer in the Nuremberg room, formerly the Boom Boom room, formerly the kids' table.
Are we going to do that?
Literally in a different building.
Are we going to do that every time we introduce him now? Formerly the Nuremberg building, formerly the...
We're gonna try to find him. It'll take a second. These things take time. Welcome to the Bob and Tom program. We are socially isolated.
He's small, but he's there.
Oh, there he is. I see him up there. Yeah, okay. We'll be getting him on the big screen here in just a second. We have a new screen in here that is massive.
Nice.
Christy is actually in a different room. Mm-hmm. She is behind the glass in the formerly the performance room.
Oh, Pat, you look great.
Oh, there he is.
Feel great.
Hey,
Hi,
we
guys.
see you better now than when you were in the Boom Boom room.
That is
It'll
true.
work better.
Oh, we're wearing the same shirts.
Oh, you are.
This is
How
embarrassing.
I've had this
sweet.
shirt on for 5 days, Jeff.
And thus explaining the banishment.
By the way, you're not kidding. You are wearing the same shirt.
Yeah.
I laundered it last night, ready to go.
I
All
don't
right.
believe you.
Oh, this is we can see you're actually bigger than you are in person.
I know.
This is somewhat
does that mean?
disturbing.
Just larger, not bigger. You know what I mean?
Do you have your guitar with you?
Of course I do, yeah.
Well, let's see if that works.
Okay, let's try that. This should be fun.
Nothing's different.
My guitar. Okay.
Is it plugged in?
Yeah, it's plugged in. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds
Oh, that
great.
does
Yeah.
sound good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very impressed. Nice job. And
Why haven't we been doing this all along?
This is much easier.
I didn't think that this would go so well.
Now, I'm trying to figure out where you are. Is that a keyboard behind you?
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
So if you want to use that, are you going to have to turn around?
So we get to see your back?
That would
I'd
be
have to
hilarious.
prepare for that.
You're like our very own Max Headroom.
Yeah.
Is it doing that kind of digital thing?
No. This is genuinely weird because
you missed what he said though. Oh, a keyboard. Well, I'm not prepared for that.
That would take 5 minutes.
What is weird is what he means is where the television screen is in this room is where you normally sit. So it's just
Kinda,
very,
sorta.
It's just very weird. I know
Man,
this-
you're
thing is weird.
telegenic. You
Yes.
look good.
You look really good.
Oh, thank you.
It's amazing, yeah. The way the camera angles, it shaves 30 pounds off you.
Oh,
I have lost 20 pounds.
You look like Ann Wilson in one of those heart videos. Remember when they tried that scam?
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps
Hey,
all
have
of
you
our
nicely lit?
all of our interactions could be via video from now on. Maybe that's the way we should go.
Kind of stark decorating there.
Well, I'm not allowed to decorate or do anything in here. There's a hearth behind me, but it's not going to be lit.
It looks like a abandoned office building in Die Hard, doesn't it? A little
It's
bit.
kind of what it is, actually.
It's kind of. Is that a conference? That's a dining room.
No,
table.
that's a beautiful handmade table. behind
There
you.
we go. Yeah.
See,
It's
I
a very
can't
Art
see
Deco
that.
table. It's a beautiful table.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I'm not going to move anything. so
Mine's,
you can
I guess,
see it.
got the reflection in the glass, so I don't
Okay,
see
well,
it.
That is a nice table. How much juice has your son spilled on it?
Has he carved his name in it 4 times yet?
That's where I put the salmon.
Pat is at my old house. Are you? Is your son with you today?
He's asleep, hopefully. for the
Oh
whole
God,
morning.
I am
Oh,
predicting
Lord.
a rather unfortunate appearance. Are we?
Oh, if he walks out in his underwear or whatever, that's going to be
That's
over.
what he's got on. It's going to happen.
Oh, man, I hope it's got on, not hat on. We don't want to get.
Was he 9? He's 9, right? 8 or
9 years old. He's 9 years old.
9
yes.
years old. Yeah.
So odds are something bad's going to happen.
let's not go there. It could happen. He's been talked to. Listen, we had a
Well, that has certainly always worked in the past.
Because you know what people say all the time, 09, that's a great age. Wait a minute. No one's ever said that.
Nobody's ever said that.
Okay, well, I hope everyone's doing okay.
Yeah.
If you're not, if you got cabin fever, we're going to be here for you this morning. We are socially distanced. Got a few people behind the glass, a couple people in isolated rooms. And Mr. Godwin,
Offsite.
several thousand yards from here in a different location. But I can't get over what a great connection this is.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
really
let's cross our fingers and hope it stays that way.
coming up today on the show, by the way, talked with a couple of great friends of the show, the great writer John Feinstein, who emailed me last week and said, well, there's a lot of nothing going on in the world of sports, but I've still got a few things to say, so we'll talk with John about what's
Oh, I'm
Sure he does. Yeah.
And then the comedian and actor Billy Gardell is going to be giving us a call. Billy, a longtime friend of the show, and we started off today with the late Tim Wilson, who is the guy that kind of got Billy Gardell into show business. And Billy's had a great career. And, currently on television on CBS. We'll talk with Billy Gardell. And let's see, also Jess Hooker will be joining us. I'll get a couple of reports from her, see what's going on. Everybody have a good weekend. Everybody
Happy Easter.
Yes, hope you had a nice Easter or Passover, whatever was going
Whatever
on.
you celebrate. That's
It was
right.
a weird Easter in many ways.
It sure was, wasn't it? But we still had a nice one.
Hey, I bit the ears off of a chocolate bunny that was wearing a mask.
Oh, yeah. You want to eat the ears first. And
Yeah, it's kind of an
Was his mask made out of white chocolate?
of course.
Of course.
I should have clarified this.
Yeah.
Said before, I'll say it
Would have
again.
made that almost appear to be a joke.
Is there anything funnier than the rabbit with their ears bit off? No, what is it?
It's one has his butt bit off, and the
and
other
he
one
goes,
has his ears bit
Hey, my
bit
butt
off.
hurts, and the other one has his ears bit off. He goes, I can't hear you. What?
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 Yeah.
Well, that was that's a way to tell
Yeah.
a joke.
There you go.
You want to
Kids at
you
home.
want to lean it up.
Yeah, I can't hear you. You see, my ears have been bitten off. That's sort of the Norm Macdonald way of living.
My
ears are off. They're not.
a crack whore.
I couldn't possibly hear you.
Yeah, we had a delicious Easter brunch of pot pies.
Oh, how
Yum.
nice. Yeah.
And I think pot pies may have entered my top 3 of all time of things to eat.
They weren't frozen like we grew up with, Chick. I guarantee you.
No, these were unbelievably
Were they
great.
breakfast or?
One was breakfasty, and the other was some kind of I think it was beef. God, it was. No, it was a pot roast pot pie.
Wow.
Oh,
Did
delightful.
you order out, or did your son make those?
No, he made something, but they were from some place that had a special thing, and then we
terrific.
we were able to go.
You know what Pardo says about pot pies?
What?
Soup with a roof.
Yeah.
Oh, they were the great.
That's
Had a
right,
nice
baby.
honey baked ham, which I'll be bringing in the
Now,
leftovers for.
Oh, yeah. So this happens in the hallway.
Are they open?
Yeah, they were open.
Oh my God!
So
I've
we're
got
walking
to-
around, before, hey, how you doing? What's the crazy level? That's about an 8. Okay, stuff like this. Then Christy goes, hey,
You guys like ham?
you guys like ham? And Josh and I both go, well, yeah, we like ham. And then I go, is it here? I'm still at the house.
Well, I didn't know if you liked ham. Why would I bring it in if
Wait
you're
a
just
second.
going to
Are
eat
you
Are we
kidding?
not men?
Look around this room.
Anything that makes my feet swell, I'm
this-
going to like.
ham? Was delicious.
Great.
Good. Well,
Yeah, we would love to have
All
that.
right, I will
this,
bring some in
the
tomorrow.
little secret of honey baked is that ham salad.
Oh,
That stuff is crippling.
yeah, they do.
Really
You
good.
can just call ahead, and they'll even bring it to the curb. And they have a lot of great side dishes. And yeah, it's
Yeah, I did one of those curbside things. It's like some kind of weird drug deal.
yes. And you're lined
You
up with
call
the
up
cars.
I went to this place, and lady comes on and said, just put it down over there, 20 feet away. What we need now is someone needs to invent some kind of a laser credit card gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You hold it up, and from 20 feet away, you could.
I'm sure there's no way to pick up your credit card number from a distance.
I mean, it would have to be a laser credit card gun. It's, when they have one someday.
To be a laser. It's some guy named Timmy who sits on his couch.
Just saying, no. The point being, you walk up and to pay for stuff, you would just point this gun at someone and pull the trigger, and it would.
Have you done the tap yet? I still can't
we
get
can.
over that.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
You just tap your credit card on the, instead of putting the slot, you tap it. And
I know, but I do when I put it in the slop, I have to take it out and
Clean it off. You carry a wipe with the
I've got
baggie.
When you put it in the
I do
slot,
that.
you go, oh, yeah.
Yes,
I go
every time. I
like that, don't
in fact, I put it in, then I pull it out and go, do you want more?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Then I put it in and out repeatedly.
That's right.
Yeah. Of course, the problem with that is you get charged 30 times. 40 if you think about baseball players.
Hey, have you watched Ozark yet? Man, I don't know
I
why.
did.
I don't know
not
why I waited so long.
Not the
Boy.
third season. Don't.
Yeah, no, say
I just
nothing.
got caught up.
Say
Oh, you
nothing.
haven't seen The Monster in the Lake then, huh?
No, I haven't.
Oh, that's an
Ooh.
interesting twist. Yeah.
Okay, we'll
That'd
get to
be
that in a
great.
second. Okay, give me the sports teaser, please.
Nothing.
Thank you.
Boy, has NASCAR gone belly up. They said, boy, nothing could go wrong now with not having real races and everything. What could possibly go wrong other than during an E race?
Yeah.
An E driver, E quit last week. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And yesterday there was some unfortunate audio picked up during the NASCAR race.
Anybody watch The Horse?
That it got I did not watch it. It got trashed on Twitter. I'll tell you
Okay.
that.
Yeah, Tom, did you watch it?
What doesn't get trashed on Twitter?
And well,
Just by the way,
likened to the
Jesus
Blair
could
Witch-
come back
Blair Witch
in
video.
person on Easter, and someone would go on Twitter and go, "Fake."
and just as I was going to get my man Ace season tickets to the New York Guardians and airfare back and forth to all the games,
What happened?
well, I'll have more coming.
Okay, all right. In the meantime, I had a great shave this morning.
Yes,
The
you
simple things in life,
You're
and
gorgeous.
it would seem that high medical authorities are recommending that people with beards, men particularly, shave them off.
Yeah, women particularly could keep them and maybe make a living on the sideshow.
Yeah, maybe.
And just keep your safe distance.
Hello, doll.
The point being, this is the perfect time to try out Harry's because they have the best offer ever, and you don't have to walk through a drugstore with COVID-19 mucus floating in the air. When the guy in front of you walks in with a hacking cough, and I would set foot in a drugstore for any purpose right now. But you can have those razors sent right to you. Join 10 million guys who figured this out already. New customers get $5 off the Harry's trial set plus free shipping if they use the code Bob and Tom at Harry's.com. Harry's is it's the return. It's the return to the essentials. Great blades, fair price, about $2 per blade. They cut out the middleman. You save a bunch of money. The guys that started Harry's first they opened things up by getting a great deal at a German blade factory that's been making blades for almost 100 years. So you got the great steel, and you get the great razor, the weighted handle, the foaming shave gel, the travel cover for $3. Then to ship it to your house, what does it cost, Josh?
It's free.
That would be free. $3, free shipping when you use the code Bob and Tom at Harry's.com. This is the best offer ever from Harry's. Plus, they're bringing it right to your door, so you don't have to worry about all those other problems going on in contemporary culture like COVID-19, coronavirus, whatever you want to call it. Harry's.com. Use the code Bob and Tom, and you're going to find the great shave. And the handle's the thing I love the most. It's just got perfect balance. It was really thought through in a great way. So great steel, great razor, and the great shave gel as well. So $3, free shipping. Harry's.com. The code is Bob and Tom. It'll help us. It'll help you. When we come back, we'll check in with the sporting scene and your letters. It's Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. We would love to hear from you. Where are you? How are you doing? What are you doing? We'd like to know. Are we doing the YouTube thing today? Okay, great. We're on YouTube right now and on your favorite radio station, I hope. Thanks. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Hey, Mark Allison with you on a Monday. It's April 13th. Thanks so much for joining us today on the Bob and Tom Show. We've got correspondent Jess Hooker, author John Feinstein, and also actor-comedian Billy Gardell all joining us via Zoom today. So we're going to Zoom with those three folks. Looking forward to joining them and finding out what they're doing during the stay-at-home orders and find out what you're up to as well. All coming up right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. For the first time in its lengthy history, Saturday Night Live held an all-quarantine version, with stars delivering taped material primarily from their homes. Coronavirus survivor Tom Hanks was the guest host, with Chris Martin, the musical guest, and cameos from Larry David, portraying Bernie Sanders, and Alec Baldwin as President Donald Trump. Social distancing will keep fans of Friends from cozying up with a planned reunion of the TV show. Production on the reboot has been delayed, like most entertainment productions, by the virus. The special, featuring the entire Friends cast, was to be part of the May launch of HBO Max, but no taping was done before the COVID-19 scare hit, making it unlikely anything will be churned out in time for next month's launch of HBO's new streaming service. And the handwritten lyrics to Hey Jude that Paul McCartney used during the 1968 Beatles recording session sold at auction for $910,000 Friday. Julian's Auctions reports the plain sheet of paper was expected to sell for $180,000. The buyer was not disclosed. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show is on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and
Do you
Tom.
own a pair of sweatpants?
I hate sweatpants.
Please tell me you have loungewear, like something you don't just wear jeans or something every day, do you?
Yeah.
Can you imagine Tom in a wife beater?
With a cigarette hanging out of
and
his
a
mouth.
spaghetti sauce stain right there.
And 2 ice cubes of
Bourbon?
and a rocks glass.
All right, who left the crayons out?
I said, listen.
We make that video of you in a white beater. Hi!
Oh, Tom.
go viral.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
I saw her sitting in a barroom in that smoky atmosphere. She smiled back at me as I drank down one last beer. She pulled me on the dance floor and we danced a song or two. It was then I realized that I bit off more than I could chew. I think I'm dancing with a man. She's got calluses on her hand. She's got a voice deeper than mine. She gets a stiffy when we grind. I think I'm dancing with a man. We sat down and talked a while. And we listened to the band. Oh, and a friend of mine walked by. Hello, Tim Wilson. And he asked her if she'd dance. Then he gently took her hand. Ooh, and he twirled her round and round. It looked like he was having fun. Oh, yeah. Until her skirt fell to the ground. I think he's dancing with a man. The boys at the lodge won't understand. And with her hand on his behind, they two-step till 9:30. Think he's dancing with a man. Giddy, 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 giddy. Oh, Lord, we're dancing with a man. It'll be known throughout the land. The two boys from Texas danced a jig.
6:21 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello. Let's see now. I look around the room and Christy's. Oh, there she is.
Hi.
Through the glass. Christy, normal size Christy, as opposed to the
That is normal size. Don't do this to him.
What's not
and a half.
What's not normal sized is the mug he's drinking out of. Did
What
you all
the
see
heck?
the?
What the hell?
Is that a cereal bowl?
Oh, that makes sense.
It's like the cup from So I Married an Ex-Murderer.
Did you see Tom?
Cup Ochino.
Did you see Tom get disgusted? Pat's using his cup. Did you see the look on his face?
Oh, no doubt. I would never have a cup like that.
This is your cup, actually.
Then I have no idea who put that in that house. Had nothing to do with it. Christy has the weather forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Partly cloudy, windy, temperatures falling throughout the day. Tonight down to 35, cloudy tomorrow 46. Right now 54, but enjoy that because we're going to be by probably 10 into the 30s. Wind advisory till 8 p.m.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on to your ass, Fred.
Got lucky. Some pretty good weather over the weekend.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Now, there's the shot at $1,000 coming up multiple times. Details. I'll give you some details coming. Just keep listening. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Welcome back. Happy to be here on this, the 13th of April, 2020. Quarantine times. However, we are more than 6 feet apart in the big room. Ace Cosby's our engineer. That's Chick McGee. I'm Tom. That's Josh.
Hello.
Wearing the same shirt as Josh. Thousands of yards away. Tucked away. We're looking at him via video with a ridiculously large coffee cup. It's Pat Godwin. Let's see now.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, there's Christy Lee behind the glass over there.
Hi.
So we've got our social, whatever it's called, separation, distancing, all in place here. So I think we're doing fine. Christy is in what we now call the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. And
How that sounds.
Coming up, we'll have the Omaha Steaks presents the Ace Cosby joke of the day.
Oh,
very, very
yum.
impressive. But right now, we turn to the sports page with Chick McGee.
Zach LaVine has been getting up shots in the NBA, and he proved it last night by shutting out Boston Celtics legend Paul Pierce in the NBA's first horse challenge on ESPN. That's right. That's what happened last night on the TV.
I bet it was fun. I didn't get to see any of it.
LaVine says, I stay ready.
Chose not to, but I...
Yeah, there was virtually anything else on. But, yeah, this is what happened. LaVine joined former Pistons All-Star Chauncey Billups, Mike Conley of the Jazz, Allie Quigley of the WNBA Chicago Sky in the semifinals. He eliminated Pierce in their horse quarterfinal matchup without picking up a letter.
If you stop and think about what we're doing right now for a second, you were just giving us a full report on a game of horse
that we played as children.
And
had to be awkward when one of the WNBA players had HO.
Yeah, nobody in radio's ever lost their job for mentioning that.
No.
Yeah,
you lunatic!
Times are tough, Tom.
I just said it would be awkward.
Oh, so
I'm sure
you're not saying it happened.
The announcers were coached. Look, never say "ho." Okay,
Let's see if I can explain
or
that.
for that matter. Just spell it HO
Or horse, because there's an S there too.
Each player, he said, trying to get away from this topic. Each player they were at their house with their phone, with video, going to ESPN, and that player would take a shot, then they switch to the other player's phone, and that guy take a shot.
I like that they did it. I really do.
It was very Peter Berg, Blair Witchian.
You heard my idea was to bring back some of the legends of basketball.
Sure,
like Michael Jordan, Larry Bird. Now we're talking. Get a couple guys from the Globetrotters. That'd be fun.
I still don't think I'd watch it.
Really?
No.
But people would. So, I mean, that's,
People.
Yeah,
What do we know about people?
They're the worst.
They're the worst.
Did you watch
We love
Did you
people.
watch that movie last night, that sequel thing?
What sequel?
What?
Cecil B. DeMille, the greatest story ever told. They ran that in the afternoon. Then afterwards, they ran the sequel. You ever saw the sequel?
No.
The second greatest story ever told. Not that good.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was a little less good than the first one.
Okay.
Because they kind of used all the good stuff in the first.
Right. Reason you jam that in there?
The idea was to have a couple of laughs before we get back to the
Speaking of bad TV,
turgid
that
world
failed.
of sports.
did anybody watch the Tiger King update?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's my understanding that things don't look really great for our prisoner.
No, they don't. But man, that was not great TV.
He might get pardoned.
No, that'll never happen.
That's what I'm hearing. It's word on the street. That's what Josh told me.
What did I say? That he might get pardoned? I don't think I said that, but I certainly think he's innocent of all.
You can tell he's a straight shooter.
He's a fine man.
Didn't smuggle tiger cubs in his pants.
Wow.
I haven't heard that argument yet, that the guy was 100% innocent.
No, I haven't heard that either.
Oh, well. Please don't go get yourself a tiger.
I thought he was guilty when he goes, what, 3,000? Okay, all right. I can get you 3,000. Well, that sounds like a deal to me. Anyway, and in case you missed it over the weekend, on Friday's show, I told Ace that just to pick his spirits up during the off season, I would be willing to buy Ace season tickets to his beloved New York Guardians and airfare and hotel and dinner.
How nice.
To all the games.
Yeah.
So now it's just going to be airfare and hotels and dinners, Ace.
Well, I think it'd have to.
I don't think it's very clear.
Would be.
Oh, it's not very clear. What do you mean?
I was kind of wondering that too.
Yeah, because they said for this year.
After canceling the remainder of their season last month due to the coronavirus, the XFL has suspended their operations. The XFL has 8 franchises, played 5 games, in quotes, out of a planned 10-game schedule. The league, which laid off employees Friday, April 10th, they are promised. Well, this is not what they're promised. They didn't promise this in the story. They said their return is unlikely, is what the story said.
Right. So we don't. I don't like this term
It's
suspended.
not a no.
I don't like it when politicians suspend their campaign. You quit. Just say you're stopping it. So which is it with the XFL? It's over or maybe?
It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. It's over, Josh. It's over. That's my Bernie Sanders. What do you think?
It's not over till it's
According to this, the Associated Press, the league, which laid off its employees Friday, April 10th, promised to return in 2021.
and paid through Sunday.
Oh, how about that?
So now I guess it's the you'd have to spell it. It's the EXFL.
Yeah, it's still XFL, but it's the,
Or no, would it be? Oh,
Or the
Are we again
XXFL.
trying to get some comedy out of this? Okay.
No.
EXXFL. XXFL.
Okay, well,
XXI.
bad luck.
Yeah, it is. I feel bad for the players and everything.
So yeah,
A few players made it to the
Well, but
NFL.
2, I think. But
3.
Hey,
regardless, or is it irregardless?
it is irregardless.
regardless.
Irregardless.
Doesn't start with an I like illiterate.
I thought you were like, or that's like stupid or chick. My point
It's
is,
irregardless. And if I'm wrong about that, send your emails to chick at.
it seems to me, and God knows I don't know anything about running a business, and I don't have any skills. If I get fired from this job, I don't know. I'll just live on the streets. I'll drink my own urine. But my point
As
is,
long as there's vodka in it.
wouldn't
Well,
you,
he said it's his own urine.
Wouldn't you, it's, by definition, wouldn't you do everything you could not to do this because of the way it looks? Wouldn't you
to suspend
operations in any way
No, this is also
on the heels of the other one
there's
failing?
a chance they looked at the ledgers and went, all right.
Well, what are they?
We're going to have to use
One
this
of
as
one of the stories I saw said they lose the TV money because the games aren't being broadcast.
Yeah, there's nothing to do. They can't schedule anything. Everything.
I don't know why they even announced it. I mean, just be quiet
because
about it until next season.
They released what employees were left. So we'll see what happens. I'm not too worried about it. But you did mention I, and I got a request.
Oh.
I want to say hello to all those truckers out there hauling everything everywhere.
Hauling oats.
We need them more than ever, and thank you, truckers.
Tom, there are trucks out there hauling oats.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow, we've reached a new low in attempted jokes.
I don't think so.
No, that was the Never-Ending Story or whatever the hell that joke was. What was it? The greatest
story ever told, the famous Cecil B. Mill movie. They made a sequel.
Well, first of all, the 10 Commandments. I hope you watched that over the weekend.
Yes.
Damn
Yeah,
right.
but
the sequel to that,
exactly.
Commandments 11 through 20.
Yeah.
That stinks.
Yeah.
James Woods as Jesus. I didn't believe it.
Remember Mel Brooks in History of the
Oh, my
World Part
God,
1?
coming down the mountain.
With 3 tablets, and he goes,
Drops
these are
one.
the 15, and he drops
Smash.
one. 10 commandments.
That is funny.
Hilarious. These 15 smash. These 10.
I always love it when people number things. There was some scientist on yesterday. Well, there's 3 reasons. Well, remember when you were in college, I got it right. Okay, 1.
Christy, do you remember the fit Tom threw when they came out with Windows 95?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. That went on for years.
Why date it?
He lost his mind.
Why put something on it that makes it look like it's out of date 6 months later? I'm just saying.
They quit doing it too, didn't they?
You got your COVID-19.
Yeah.
Guess what year it is? 20. Okay.
Well, it's the 19th strain
of it. It
It's
doesn't
not
have anything to do with the year.
I thought it was the 9th. Never mind.
No, it's
No.
the strain. Yeah,
I had no
We
idea.
all knew 2020 COVID.
Well, this isn't about 19. This is about 18 wheels on a big rig going out to all those truckers. Thank you very much, truckers. Here you go.
Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18 wheels on a big rig. Everybody, here we go. Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18 wheels on a big rig. And they're rolling, 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 Back them up. Here we go. Oh, there's 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wheels on a big rig. Okay, just the even numbers. Oh, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 wheels on a big rig. Yeah. And they're rolling, 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 rolling. Okay, just the odd numbers. Here we go. Oh, there's 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17 wheels. Oh, you're so smart in math, yeah. Okay, well, how about Roman numerals, Mr. Smart Bob? Oh, there's I, X, X, I, X, I, X, I, X, I, V, X, V, X, V, I, X, V, I, X, V, I, wheels on a big rig, and they're rolling. Okay, get out your wrist calculator. Let's divide the wheels by pi. Here we go. Oh, there's 3.14185551212901346 and they're rolling.
The genius of Haywood Banks. Going out to all the truckers, 18 wheels on a big rig.
Roll, mother trucker.
God, I love that song. That is so great. Now, here in the Bob and Tom program, we have exiled Pat Godwin now to a different location.
Why do you keep saying that? He's performing from his home.
Yeah. Well, Tom's home.
It's mild. The point being his abode, where his son Jimmy is currently sleeping. We are all waiting for the wild 9-year-old to come streaking across the camera.
Now, of course, Pat, if you smell any fire at any point,
yes,
during your performance, you can get up and run to the bedroom. That's absolutely fine.
There's no candles back there. There's no nothing. He's just got his iPad.
Okay.
And he's watching the show on YouTube, and he's waiting for his moment.
By the way, COVID-19 is named after 2019.
Waiting for his moment.
I was told strain.
You're wrong. Now, Mr. Godwin is there.
Yeah.
Spend some time and Google it. It'll humble you a little bit. Now, can you? Let's just try a song, Pat. I want to see if this thing's working.
Give a
Josh has the same shirt I have on.
Yeah.
He looks beautiful. I'm wearing this. Thank you for this, Josh, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah. You want to do a little test?
Yeah.
It sounds like a jaunty number. Is it a jaunty number?
Sounds like a jazz. Is that a jazz chord?
It is.
Oh, that's nice.
Problem is, we all could get sick, Tom said to me. So wear this mask, we must all remain germ-free. And I'll address the group and explain it logically. There must be 50 ways to beat Corona. 50 ways to beat Corona. Wash before you nosh, Josh. Don't touch your face, Ace. Don't give a stranger a hickey chicky, yeah. And listen to me. Don't get close when you chat, Pat. And don't eat a Chinese bat. Don't touch your knob when you pee, Lee. Christy Lee. There must be 50 ways to beat Corona.
All right.
Did you say don't touch your knob when you pee, Christy
Lee, that's what he said. He just said Lee.
I'm looking over here and I'm singing over there.
In contemporary street slang, Christy doesn't have a knob. I think
I meant door
would be
possibly a
doorknob. Okay. Just wanted to do a little anatomy with you there, Pat.
Possibly a nub
or bud.
Nah, there's no need to really explore what technical
I got lyrics here and lyrics there.
Okay, thank you very much. Sounds good, Pat. Now, anybody get some extra sleep over the weekend?
I did.
Oh, man.
Oh, God, did I ever.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Finally. Needed to get a great night's sleep, which I did. And I want to remind you that the best way to do that is with a sleep number bed.
Mm-hmm.
Because sleeping is really important to keep your good health, now more than ever, by the way. Prioritizing sleep is a very important thing to do during this coronavirus era. So what do doctors recommend? Well, set a consistent schedule. This is true for everything you're doing. Try to keep the kids on a schedule, et cetera, et cetera. Try to get in some kind of physical activity, maybe I don't know, walking around the neighborhood if you can, keeping your distance, stay socially connected with people, do the FaceTime stuff, whatever you want to call it, but do it virtually, obviously, not face-to-face unless you can stand far away. Sleep, very important. Eat healthy. Visualize what makes you happy. Do fun stuff. Puzzles, I guess, are selling like crazy on the internet. I have been building with my little girls the Disney castle out of Legos.
Oh, man.
It's,
how many pieces do you know?
Does
it say like 5,000 Legos?
Hours into this thing.
I bet.
But the important thing is that you breathe and calm down. And Sleep Number wants to help you do that by just giving you some information by going to sleepnumber.com/bedquiz. What's that all about? Well, it's looking for the ideal mattress. You can take the online quiz and discover smarter sleep. That's sleepnumber.com/bedquiz to help you find a mattress that fits your needs. Okay? Oh, by the way, before you go to bed, I was just reading, minimize light, dim the lights for an hour, draw the blinds and room darkening stuff just to help you get some great sleep. And I know I get great sleep from my Sleep Number bed, my Sleep Number 85, Chick McGee. 100.
I like that firm mattress, Tommy. You know that.
Christy?
35.
Oh, that's like a water bed. Thank you very much, Josh.
Take me back to the
65.
80s.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
We are coming right back to
with
the teaser.
Tom Brady in sports, and evidently he's only just scratched the surface of being annoying.
Oh, yeah?
Wait till you get a load of what he's doing now.
I heard Tom Brady walked across Tampa Bay.
Is that right?
For Easter.
Just box him up and put him in the Super, put him in the Super Bowl.
This
baby.
is the Bob and Tom Show.
You can find us on Twitter @Bob and Tom, or you can email us at bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello, you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Hey, it's Mark Allison. We made it through the weekend. That's something. It is April 13th, 2020. Hope you're having a great Monday. We're having a great time right here on the Bob and Tom Show. Glad you could join us. We'll be here all morning as long as we can. Correspondent Jess Hooker, author John Feinstein, and actor-comedian Billy Gardell. Checking with them via Zoom. Coming up right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom sports update from Chicago. Former Cubs second baseman Glenn Becker has died of natural causes at the age of 79. He won a Gold Glove in 1968 before earning all-star berths over the next 4 seasons. He had the best strikeout to at-bat ratio in the National League 5 times and finished 3rd in average. He hit a career-high 342 in 1971. Former golfer Doug Sanders has passed away at the age of 86. According to the PGA Tour, through a text from Sanders' ex-wife, Scotty, Sanders still an amateur when he won his first PGA Tour event in 1956 at the Canadian Open. And motor racing great Sterling Moss has passed away at the age of 90. He loved speed. He was from England and widely regarded as the greatest Formula One driver never to win the World Championship. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Hey, Coach.
Skip.
Well, due to coronavirus, our Little League draft has been postponed again.
Yeah.
Little League draft.
I tell my kids, take this time during quarantine to figure out what you're going to be. I'll say there's only 2 kinds of kids in baseball. The first kind wants to win, knows he's going to win. The second kind of kid knows he's not going to win. He just wants to show up every year and be seen. Then he drops out. He's called Bernie Sanders. You understand?
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, man, this is Donnie Becker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is. That's like all day and most of the night.
Okay, everybody. Hey, ladies, you ready?
Ready, Tom.
Okay, great. Chick, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, Tom. Mr. Griswold.
Thanks. Chick McGee Experience, take one.
Hello, everybody. I'm Chick McGee, and this is my band, the Chick McGee Experience. Hello, ladies.
Hello, Mr. McGee.
Oh, please, girls. After last night, I preferred if you call me Chick.
What? How are you talking about that?
Never mind. Since I topped the charts with my last hit single, I've had a few problems, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my cardiologist. Sure, I've been in and out of the hospital, and I've had more than one surgical procedure, but let me assure you, when it comes to the chickster getting down with the ladies, I have never had a problem in that area. All right, everybody. Stand back. Time to get ready. Let's get funky. Get freaky. You know that I love to sing about that stuff so sweet and nasty. But since I did my last record, I've had the occasional angioplasty. Now, ladies, don't you be concerned. There's no need for mass hysteria. Because when it comes to getting putty, I've never had a problem in that area.
Chick, you are a nasty boy. Bring the ladies lots of joy. Biggest stuff we've ever seen. Chick, you are a sex machine.
Give me a whiff. 644 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Christy Lee has an update in the weather forecast.
We have a wind advisory in effect until 8 o'clock tonight. Partly cloudy, windy. Temperatures falling throughout the day. Cloudy and 46 tomorrow.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Me? I said everyone knows it's windy. It was an association joke.
And I said it's
That's
54.
not my favorite association song.
Oh, what's your favorite?
Man, I am on a roll today.
Yeah, you are.
Wow, you were really triggering Enter the Young is his favorite association song.
That's
You
right.
Remember that?
Enter the Young.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great song.
Actually, we're down to 49 already.
Are we doing favorite songs? Because if we are,
She got up.
Oh,
She was a big woman.
big woman.
Big woman.
hey.
Her name was Bertha. Bertha Butt.
I heard this. I lost my mind.
One of the Butt
I was
sisters.
like a freshman in high school. I couldn't believe it.
One of the Butt sisters.
One of the Butt sisters.
This doesn't get played a lot on classic rock stations.
No,
they
it
don't really.
doesn't.
They don't. Classic rock with
Did the same guy do the King Kong song?
the Jimmy
Come on,
Castor
Kong.
bunch.
What'd they do? The King Kong?
King Kong song. Come on, me Kong.
Oh, I don't know
I
that.
don't remember that one.
Very impressive.
That is
They
nice.
should cover that. I
Ace.
have no idea. Special event coming up Saturday night. It'll be on Q95, also on ABC, NBC, CBS. Should get the audio here. Paul McCartney, Elton John, Billy Joe Armstrong. It's a special benefit. I'll give you some details on that, benefiting all the great healthcare workers. So that's coming up Saturday. You can listen to it with some great audio quality right here on Q95. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. 13 April 2020. The quarantine continues. As we... this is going to be one of those, and then there were three.
Does that mean I'm out?
No, right. No, Christy's, you're already in a different room, exiled
okay.
behind the glass. So we keep our social distance. Chick McGee at least 15 feet away from me, the way I like it. There's Josh over there. Ace is in here. That's it. Mr. Godwin, you can see, it looks like he's in here, but he's not. He's at another location with a video link up. Pat, it's rather humorous seeing you over there. Because you're actually bigger than all of us. You're like a
It would be true. If you were standing on the hallway looking in here, you'd think he was here.
You would. Absolutely.
Really
Wow.
This is what the future is going to be like.
Creepy.
You'll have meetings, and there'll be just huge screens. That
sure.
What's going on right now?
Go around the table.
Remember the picture phone in 2001: A Space Odyssey when he tries to call his kid?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Boy, that was something, huh?
That's Chick McGee. Once again, Christy is in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. There's Josh.
We were conversing. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. I just have to do some my due diligence. What have you got over there?
This kind of surprising story to this reporter, but here we go, okay? LeBron James rookie jersey could fetch over $600,000 at an auction.
Wow.
According to Golden Auctions, a division of Golden
Sacks?
Bathrooms and Golden
Retrievers.
And Golden Showers. Thank you. Thank you very much. James wore the jersey in the 5th and 8th games of his rookie season with the Cavaliers against the Heat back in 2003 and the Pacers. First of all, the Heat, November 12th. Pacers, November 7th. The item is the earliest jersey from James's NBA career to go up for auction and could set a record as the most expensive. Ken Golden said, after setting the record earlier this year for the sale of a LeBron James card, and I thought all trading cards were at an ebb, weren't they? I
thought so too, but
values were way down. But the James rookie card, almost $1 million, and they're hoping this jersey will set the record for highest price. Record for highest price for a jersey, which is $630,300.
I wonder, why is a card worth more than a jersey?
Jersey, yeah.
Don't know.
It's worth whatever anyone will pay.
Well, the card,
sure, yeah.
If you have $600,000 to blow on this, why don't you not do that and maybe open up, I don't know, a free public grocery store right now, just for maybe help a few people out?
Man,
spending stuff like that right now seems immoral to me.
Did you see the Hey Jude lyrics went for $910,000?
Wow.
They expected $180,000.
Man, oh man.
Man.
Was the buyer disclosed?
No, anonymous. Handwritten lyrics to Hey Jude that he used that Paul McCartney used during the 68 recording session.
That original song is about 5 minutes too long, too.
Oh, a little lengthy for you?
Hey, now. Wait a minute.
A little tiring after a while.
What if somebody else had
Come
done
on
that
in,
song?
Tom. The water's fine.
Can you imagine if another artist had tried Hey Jude, Tom?
Well, what if a great writer like Randy Newman had tried Hey Jude? Hey, Pat. Hey, Pat, what would that... You know, I love Randy Newman. We all know him from Toy Story. And one of my favorite albums of all time in the top 10 is an album called Good Old Boys.
He primarily
Randy
played the keyboards, though, didn't he?
Yeah.
But he sucked on me. Hey.
Yeah,
Randy Newman. Can he do everything? No, like myself with all the voices. Try attempting the Beatles, Randy Newman. Randy Newman attempts the Beatles. Hey, Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart, and then you can start to make it feel better. Na 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 na. Coming back on a delay. It's weird in my headphones. Hey!
Oh, that's funny.
There you go. Little Randy Newman.
All right.
So I'm sorry. So what was LeBron's rookie jersey? He wore it in 2 games, and it's going to get how much?
They expect over $600,000 because the rookie card sold for $900,000. So I'm guessing that the jersey will be more than the card, but what do I know about these things?
You could buy the house he grew up in like 4 times for that.
I bet. Maybe 10 times.
So does that mean that in LeBron's closet he's got hundreds of millions of dollars worth of clothing he can auction off?
Probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if times get hard, you can sell those jerseys. That's right.
Poor LeBron.
Are they worth more if they weren't washed?
Probably.
Would that stench linger for, 17 years, do you think?
Ugh.
It might diffuse a bit, but...
yeah, it might dissipate.
Wouldn't you put it in a case anyway and put it up on a wall?
It's good to know when times are hard like this, people are willing to blow a lot of money on meaningless memorabilia. Huh? I know I'm going to be hoping that people I know that are out of work can pool their stimulus checks to buy a LeBron James jockstrap that he wore.
You never know. Maybe the guy, whoever is going to buy it, is matching that price with charity, saying, "Hey, I'll spend $600 on a jersey, and I'll give $600 to somebody else."
Let's look on the bright side.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to
make this better.
Hey, Tom Brady's in the news.
Yeah, what's that man doing?
You know, he's a Tampa Bay Buccaneer now.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
Tom Brady has been.
Did you hear that Gronk was going to be go over the Buccaneers?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he was just going to take that B off the name Buccaneers on his jersey and put an F there. That'd be pretty funny.
He signed a day contract.
Yeah, that Gronk is hilarious.
Tom Brady's seeking the trademark the phrases Tampa Bay.
Not funny.
What?
And Tampa Brady. I told you who's going to make him. If you love him, you love him. But, man, it's easy to not like him. Request for the phrases filed with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office on April 6th.
Okay. Is there – so he's filing for
Yes.
these. Now, is he filing these because somebody came up with them and he went, you know what, that's my name. I should go ahead and file?
I do not know what I do not know.
I'm going to have to give him the benefit of the doubt on that.
TB times or TBXTB, times TB was previously filed for as a trademark on March 20th.
Mm-hmm.
What?
TB times 2?
Tampa Bay and Tom Brady.
So like TB squared, essentially?
The quarterback's hoping to trademark the term for use in merchandise. In retweeting a SportsCenter article about his trademarks, Tom Brady wrote, "I never understood why Drew wasn't making Drew Orleans shirts."
Yeah, because he needs more money.
Well,
Drew Orleans.
I
can understand why Drew didn't do it.
Yeah, me too.
He's doing just fine.
Yeah.
Being a great player.
Because it sucks.
And Drew Orleans is really lame.
How much does Tom need?
Drew Brees is a nice.
Tampa Brady.
I know, it's so bad.
What is it? Tampa
Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Brady.
Well, they should allow people to buy that. Then the people that buy it should just be disallowed from voting.
Put in a queue.
In the general election.
Brady's not the first person to look to trademark.
I'm sorry, sir. You're wearing
phrases.
a Tampa Bay shirt. You don't get a respirator.
Oh, wow.
A Saint.
Yes, yes, Jay.
Let's go to the next.
Drew Brees has a new gig coming up, doesn't he?
What's he
Did you guys see that?
No.
Yeah, Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football.
Yeah, they're grooming him apparently to take over for Collingsworth.
Oh, cool. What's
So-
going to happen to Chris Collingsworth?
They need to have someone
Yeah,
take
you
over.
think Chris went, what the hell?
Yeah, Chris is great.
I'm still great at this.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing?
No, I think it was for Monday Night Football.
I
That's
thought it was Notre Dame football.
That's in flux. Oh, maybe it is Notre Dame football.
Okay, well, now, do you have a teaser in sports?
World record coming up.
Oh, boy.
I thought I was doing now, but that's fine.
No. I know we have.
I can wait.
We have holy water in the
boys.
news.
Holy water.
And really cool astronaut news. Very excited about
Did they
that.
pick somebody?
No, not yet. That's coming up this summer.
And Burning Man news.
Still on fire?
Yeah, but nobody's there to see
fire's
it.
out.
You may want to.
Hey, man.
You may want to get ready to set your own basement on fire. Put it that way.
I can't get the virus. I'm full of luck.
When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Everything about the show is at bobandtom.com. Check it out now. State law.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
Hey, don't forget about Bob and Tom tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. It's Bob and Tom tonight. 20 minutes of video highlights from today's Bob and Tom show tonight. You can find it on Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. Go there and subscribe today. That's free. You can be watching Bob and Tom tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Just search Bob and Tom YouTube or go to bobandtom.com. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Tornadoes pounded the Deep South and killed at least 8 in South Mississippi and northern Louisiana. Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves has declared a state of emergency in his state. The Weather Service said large parts of the South will remain at risk for severe weather. The United States' top infectious disease expert says the economy and parts of the country could have a rolling re-entry as early as next month, provided health authorities can quickly identify and isolate people who will inevitably be infected with the coronavirus. Dr. Anthony Fauci also says he can't guarantee that it will be safe for Americans to vote in person on Election Day, November 3rd. To help in that fight, Apple and Google have launched an effort to help public health agencies use smartphones to help the pandemic. The software companies want to add phones, and it would use Bluetooth technology to track those who may have been infected. The contact tracing apps would run on iPhones and Android models, but to be effective, users, that would be you, you'd have to install the app once ready and agree to have data shared with public health authorities. And the 93-year-old Pittsburgh area woman has been seeking help to get her necessities as she stays inside because of the COVID-19 pandemic. In her case, the necessity, beer. Oliver Renosi posted a sign in her window that read, "I need more beer." The sign got her attention. The image posted online and more than 1 million views, and several people later, they reached out to deliver her more beer. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. We're the Bob and Tom Show. Coming
Hey,
up.
fellas, this is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
A happy song. It's a world of buns. It's a world of boobs. It's a world of firm, perfect babes and dudes. It's for you. It's for me. It's on cable TV. It's a porn world after all. They show breasts now in almost all the flicks, but the women are mad cause they don't show men. From the day you are born, you're bombarded with porn. It's a porn world after all. Everybody! It's a porn world after all. It's a porn world after all. It's a porn world after all. It's a porn world. There's a lot of strange ways to make a buck, but those porno stars, they get paid too much. They would sit on the face of the whole human race. It's a porn world after all.
Hi, this is Bob. And this is Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Residents of a small Austrian community are campaigning to rename their city the equivalent of Stinksville. Karl Veratzmo, 51, who moved to Lichtenworth several years ago from Vienna, wants it renamed Lichtenworth Stinkendorf.
Sure he does.
I'm not making this up.
You know what? I'm for it.
He says local pig farmers have polluted the air, so he started collecting signatures for a petition to rename the town, trying to get the people to realize that
I like a city that lets you know what it's all about.
Their town stinks.
I'll get that. Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Yeah, good morning.
Hello.
Hey, is this Carl?
Hi, hello.
Carl.
Hey, Carl, I understand that you just moved to Lichtenworth a few years ago.
Hey, 7 o'clock at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. How about a quick forecast, Christy Lee?
How about that? Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Well, we have 49 degrees. Our temperature will continue to fall. Partly cloudy, windy, even light showers possible. Variable cloudiness overnight down to 35, cloudy and 46. Wind advisory in effect until 8 p.m. Gusts over 40 miles per hour.
Yikes. Well, I'm glad we had a pretty nice weekend.
Yeah. Sure.
Certainly a nice Friday and Saturday. Not too bad yesterday. Now, Christy, you look like you're in good health over there behind
I'm
the
in
glass.
great health, Tom. I feel wonderful.
Okay. Now, the situation, and we've tried to keep everything here safe, but in the event that you were injured at work, do you know what what you should do?
Oh, yeah, I just reached for a hammer. It's right here. Oh,
No, I'm sorry. That's not correct.
I hate to admit it, but you deserve the shocks. Hammers, good
Come on.
for nails, not work injuries.
Okay, what do? I call somebody that says, oh, this is easy.
Oh, no, it's
Call
not
the burn
easy.
center.
Work injury is very complex, not like other injury
I
cases.
don't want to go to the ER.
Tom, why don't you tell her who she should contact? I mean,
So
I don't want her to get shocked again.
Unbelievable. You call our friends at Galitko and Daly. The work injury lawyers, what is their practice focused on? That would be injured people at work, obviously. They're board certified. They're OSHA trained. They know what they're doing. For answers to all your personal injury questions, visit our friends Galitko and Daly, the work injury lawyers, at IndianaWorkers.com. That's Galitko and Daly, the work injury lawyers. Always the right answer because they go to work when you can't. Galitko and Daly. Be listening, by the way. Your shot at $1,000 could be coming up this hour, so pay close attention to Q95. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. So, I look around the room. Ace Cosby's over there. Chick McGee across the way at the sports desk.
Hey, man.
Josh Arnold wearing the same shirt as Pat Godwin, except Pat's in a different building.
They're going steady.
Did you buy him that shirt?
I did, yeah. It was a Christmas gift.
Because they really are identical.
Yeah, and when I picked his up, I went, you know what? I like it too. I'm going to go ahead and get it.
It's a great shirt. Thanks, you're right. Once again, Pat's on the big screen here in this room, which is very weird. Christy Lee's actually a human being in the next room, not just an image on a screen.
No.
But she's in a different room, so we're keeping our social distance. And I believe we have Jess Hooker joining us also via television from her television screen from her home. And we'll see if...
Do we have a switcher for this?
I'm not sure.
I think maybe if Jess speaks, it'll switch. Is that...
Speak, Jess.
Anybody there?
Jess.
That's what I always say to my dog.
Oh, okay.
You see her, you go to your doggy, speak, and your dog looks at you like, I'm a dog, you moron. We'll hook up with Jess in a second here. In the meantime, we go back to the sports desk with Chick McGee.
Time for, ladies and gentlemen, world record. And I still stand by. I never heard these referred to in this way.
This is
and I stand by this.
This is a regional thing. I agree with you. Christy may know the distinction. Burpees.
Burpee is like where you jump down, put your feet on the ground, then shoot your legs out into a push-up.
We call those squat thrusts.
Yes.
Yeah, they're called burpees now. Yeah.
Why?
Squat thrust.
I don't know. They just changed over the
Burpee
years.
sounds like that jackass at my school that could do the alphabet backwards. Remember how every school
I
had
thought he could burp the alphabet.
Had the one guy. Yeah, he could burp it. But I can't do it. You know the guy.
Yeah. Oh, sure, yeah.
Fart on command.
Wait a minute. We had that guy singing backwards on the show for a week, and you loved it.
Oh, that's right.
Did you all do that? But that.
The backmasking dude.
I loved that.
Well, I can see the difference.
Well, the burpees. No,
a New Jersey woman has set the Guinness World Record for doing the most burpees in 12 hours. On January 11th, Cheetah Lily, whatever, 5,332 burpees for the marathon.
Wow.
She was informed on March 30th.
Those are hard.
That she had officially earned the title.
Those are hard.
Well, she's not wrong.
I want you to do 10 and tell me that they're not hard.
I'm sure they're hard.
Yeah.
5,000?
Well, what do we know about these records, though? She probably just half-assed it, like...
Did she do them for a half hour and sit down for an hour?
Remember the lady or hula hoop? She was barely moving for 100 hours, whatever the hell it was.
And she even dropped it?
Yeah, she dropped it, and they still let her get the world record.
Now, the world record for the most herpes in 12 hours.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
That was Burning Man, 2017.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they were burning all right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're going to get herpes. If you, is this on?
Did you have the guy that could do the belching and do the whole alphabet, and he could sing the Star Spangled Banner or whatever?
Yeah.
I think it might have been me.
Probably were that.
I can burp on command, but that's about it.
Can you?
How about those guys who could fart on command? How about that?
Yeah, that's a weird thing,
That's
huh?
an odd.
Yeah, the problem
suck
is-
air in with their
There are
butt.
guys that can do that?
Oh, yeah, but every once in a while they'd push a little too hard, and,
Oh.
Well, you can't make an omelet without breaking an egg.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true. Yeah.
You want that kind of performance.
Ugh.
That's sports, Tom.
You have to wonder if you go to the 50th high school reunion, if you walk over, hey, Simmy, can you still fart on command?
He went to a very
Yeah, quiet, man. My wife's
school.
Be cool, man.
Yeah, hey, man, shut up. Everyone calls me Simon now. Stop.
Shut up, man.
Okay, thank you very much.
That's sports.
Okay, thank you very much.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, always Be a good sport. Christy.
Speaking of Burning Man, Nevada's Burning Man Festival has been canceled this year.
I would think so.
On Friday, Burning Man Project officials announced the cancellation of the event that was scheduled to take place from August 30th to September 7th in the Nevada desert. Organizers said they were committed to providing refunds for tickets already purchased, but asked purchasers to consider foregoing refunds. Because the organization faces layoffs and pay cuts.
Okay.
In an online message, organizers said that while the physical festival's been canceled, they will move to an online community called Virtual Black Rock City 2020.
Burning Man is a state of mind.
Why wouldn't they just call it Burning Man 2020? Why do they have to call
no
it
idea.
virtual, whatever the hell? So now you can take LSD and set fire to your parents' basement.
I guess.
The audio is coming through my.
There we go.
Oh, we
they're
Jess.
working on that. Yeah.
We got
Don't cuss, Jess.
Don't cuss. You're on the air, Jess.
We've already had one incident.
We got Jess up on the rack. We're taking a look.
Do you know anybody who's ever been to Burning Man?
I do not.
I do. Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, did they enjoy themselves?
Oh, there she is.
Well, they got what they
Jess.
deserved.
Got what they
It
deserved.
says Bill. It says.
Wait, no, turn that off, please.
Yeah, she's not aware
Turn
that
that off,
she's.
face. This is actually fairly humorous, but
Hi. Now she's laughing.
yeah. So we can see her. She's clothes on. Come on. She has no idea that this
Well,
thing.
she's got
is
top. She's got a top on anyway.
Okay. All right. Good. Well, that's a really good view for her. She looks nice. We're trying to get the TV thing set up in the meantime. I'll remember this is radio. Burning Man is kind of like a giant hippie.
Well, yeah, I know what it
acid
is,
drop
but
in.
I've never.
So you can recreate it at home. Like I said, just take some acid and have unprotected sex in your basement and set the place on fire.
Better to do it outside because you're in the desert and everything. You could recreate the desert in your backyard.
Because there ain't no one to give you
no
pain.
That's right, in the desert.
I thought it was give you no name.
No name, no pain.
Flies with no buzzes.
I don't know.
Okay, thanks very much. Now, we have coming up, we're going to talk with the great sports writer John Feinstein, and we're going to talk with a comedian and actor, Billy Gardell, a good friend of the show.
Sporting a mustache these days.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not sure I like the stash.
We'll have to ask him how he feels.
Well, no, I'm not going to say anything to him. That would be a little awkward. We have
Are you going to tell him? Yeah, you should tell him you don't like the mustache.
No, you're not going to do that.
No, what you do is you ask in a way. Just go. So, how are you liking the mustache? See how they feel about it.
Yeah. So did the producers of the show think this would look good?
Yeah, you lose a bet.
You get a bowl of soup with that mustache, huh?
Cutting your own hair, are you? Oh, wait a minute. I guess the shows have already been. They're already in the can, as they say. Now, well, I guess we'll go back to Christy Lee, and what do you got?
People across the country are apparently howling every night.
Really?
A Facebook group called Go Outside and Howl at 8 p.m. has garnered 500,000 members and gotten people from around the world to howl.
Wow.
Some howl to thank the nation's healthcare workers and first responders.
Well, that's a good thought,
Others are showing support for the homeless, and some people are voicing their frustration with isolation.
Yes, I talked to a homeless man, and I said, how do you feel about this howling? You feel any better about your state of being when people stand on their decks and howl?
They could give me $20 so they could just go, oh.
Yeah. Or would you prefer maybe a little...
Yeah. How about a little something for the effort? Huh?
Dr. Scott Cyphers, director of the Stress and Anxiety Programs at the University of Colorado, said the nightly howl is a primal affirmation that provides a moment's bright spot each evening by declaring collectively that we shall prevail.
All right. Well, I like the sentiment.
Yeah, it seems a little bit psychobabbly to me.
So you haven't been out howling at 8 p.m.?
No, I would be happy to applaud.
Did you ever do any of those?
Yeah, I've done the applaud
The
thing.
applaud thing, yeah.
You seem like a Ginsberg go out and howl type of guy at some point.
You mean Allen Ginsberg, the poem Howl?
Yeah. Howl, yeah. Howl about it? No? You didn't do that when you were at
howl
Columbia?
about howl?
Don't look at me like I'm from Mars. That's
I've seen
right
the best
in your...
minds of my generation spend way too much time thinking about that poem.
All right, sure.
I do it. I howl just to avoid turning into a werewolf when we have that super moon like last
Yeah.
week.
Yes, yeah.
Did you get a look at that thing?
I finally did get to see it the next day, or the next night. My gosh. And yeah, you're right. The werewolves had to have been going nuts.
Yeah, so
they loved it.
Now, I know that there are some communities where at certain hours, They are applauding.
Yeah, New York City's doing it at 7 p.m.
At 7 p.m.
I talked to Paul Mercurio the other day, and he showed me a video of it. It was pretty cool.
I have not heard of the 8 o'clock howling thing, and in my neighborhood, it appears not to be happening.
Thankfully.
No, those are coyotes.
Actually, it's somewhat rural where I'm. So
That's why she said coyote.
Of course. No regrets, coyote. So, reference to a Joni Mitchell song. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
I want to talk about how.
Christy got it.
Since we're doing Allen Ginsberg.
Let's talk about Joni Mitchell songs only dogs can hear.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the title of her most recent album.
That's right.
Songs only dogs can hear. Good stuff. Okay, is Jess finally hooked up?
I am. I'm here.
Well, there we go.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Nice to see you.
Hello.
Jess, this is weird because your head now is 3 times the size of Ace's head, and let's face it, Ace already has a head that's twice as big as a normal human being, so you're gigantic in here.
I have a big head anyway.
Yeah, she's very.
I'm very conscious of it. There's a picture of Christy and I on the tour from years ago, and it is so her little baby, tiny, cute, petite, feminine head, and then my giant melon right next to her. It's
you have trouble finding
it. Melon's the right word. Your head's a watermelon, and Christy's is an apple.
No, it's not that big. Come on, be nice.
She can't buy hats. She can't find a hat.
Yeah.
You look very nice today.
Thank
you. Now you've got a nice fern behind you.
Well, that's a palm.
That's a palm. Yeah, that's a palm. Yeah.
That's all right, Tom. I would have said fern.
I would have said
fern.
It
is Plant Appreciation Day today.
Oh,
it is.
Are you kidding me?
I am not kidding you. It's right here on my papers.
Everything seems to have much less value than before, doesn't
International Plant Appreciation Day.
Yeah, this is a big dose of perspective, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's also National Scrabble Day and Peach Cobbler Day. So pick whatever you want to.
Love Scrabble. Love Peach Gobbler.
I do too. It's my favorite.
Can you imagine playing a game of Scrabble with him?
No.
My God.
I'll talk to Jess.
Every single
Yes.
move.
Yeah.
Jess, I don't know what your parents are like. But,
we don't have to get into that.
I never heard my mother curse ever once.
Oh, no. My mother could make a sailor blush. Oh, no.
So there's a couple stories. When we would play Scrabble up in Michigan, with my sister and my brothers, we had a special scoring system in which if you used a word that you could not say on radio or TV, it was an automatic double word score.
Oh, I like that.
So if it was a double word already, then you're multiple points there.
Yeah.
Quadruple words.
So I remember one night my mom was making a pie or something, and she came around the corner, and she looked at and my mother was an excellent speller and had great grammar, even though she grew up very poor. She always prided herself on having great grammar. And she looked at the board, and there were some very unfortunate words out there.
Oh,
Did you know the C word, and the F word both have a U in them?
Oh, yes.
That was awkward for me.
Yeah.
But I do love playing Scrabble. And by the way, how did that Words with Friends, how did they not get sued by Scrabble?
I don't know.
How'd that happen?
I don't know.
Got to be some gray area there.
Okay. I'm just asking. Jess, you're looking good. We'll be checking in with you and with Pat Godwin. I think we got this thing worked out. So we're also broadcasting the show on YouTube, and we've got mail from all over the world. Send us something, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. We would love to hear from you wherever you are and whatever you're doing. The teaser, please, Christy Lee.
Well, coming up, we have astronauts in space. We also have a threesome that did not end with a happy ending.
Oh, well, that's a terrible threesome.
For anybody?
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Okay, right now, if you're involved in maybe, say, a twosome.
Yes.
The way God intended. But you're...
That's right.
Why a threesome on Easter? Really?
Some people celebrate in different ways.
Well, didn't this, if I believe it's the same story, didn't someone celebrate by getting thrown in jail?
You know what? You're ruining the story.
Oh, sorry.
Hang
okay.
on.
Well, it's time for you to get your mojo back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking to you guys, actually. If you've lost your mojo, you want to get a little bit of the old...
My mojo.
Yeah. You've got the ED, as they say, erectile dysfunction. This is the perfect time to listen to me because Roman is a pharmaceutical distributor. They operate online. And, of course, you need a prescription for these high-quality drugs. And guess what?
What?
The folks at Roman can get you all fixed up because you'll work with a doctor and get the best treatment plan. You can do it all online. And if the medication is indeed appropriate for you, Roman will ship those pharmaceuticals to you in 2 days, and the shipping fee is how much, Josh?
It's free.
It's free. The whole process, very straightforward. Go to GetRoman.com/wood. That's GETROMAN, GetRoman.com/wood. Complete the online visit. ED, tough to tackle, but right now is a great time to get part of your life back, and it's all done. You'll get a discreet package in the mail. You don't have to go to the drugstore and walk through the infected ether. Go to GetRoman.com/wood. The free online visit, free 2-day shipping. Never a better time. ED, tough to tackle, but once again, get part of your life back. GetRoman.com/wood for the free visit to get started. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. GetRoman.com/wood. And perhaps have your own twosome or whatever you want. I'm not going to.
You're not going to judge.
Not going to judge.
But let's not have a threesome for Easter. I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you might be
That's
right.
just not
And
right.
the Christmas either.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well.
Pass over having your threesome at Easter. I mean, more inclusive, I think. We're coming back with Donnie Baker. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
Hey, Ken Tarmac, you know what you'd look really good in? One of those Bob and Tom You Guys Rock sweatshirts. You can get one now. It's available at bobandtomstore.com. Click on hoodies and tees to order this sweatshirt. And speaking of tees, great T-shirts and hats as well. Check it out now. If you have a Bob and Tom fan in your life, hook them up with some Bob and Tom gear at bobandtomstore.com.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. For the first time in its lengthy history, Saturday Night Live held an all-quarantine version with stars delivering taped material primarily from their homes. Coronavirus survivor Tom Hanks was the guest host, with Chris Martin, the musical guest, in cameos from Larry David, portraying Bernie Sanders, and Alec Baldwin as President Donald Trump. Social distancing will keep fans of Friends from cozying up with a planned reunion of the TV show. Production on the reboot has been delayed, like most entertainment productions, by the virus. The special, featuring the entire Friends cast, was to be part of the May launch of HBO Max, but no taping was done before the COVID-19 scare hit, making it unlikely anything will be churned out in time for next month's launch of HBO's new streaming service. And the handwritten lyrics to Hey Jude that Paul McCartney used during the 1968 Beatles recording session sold at auction for $910,000 Friday. Julian's Auctions reports the plain sheet of paper was expected to sell for $180,000. The buyer was not disclosed. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show is on the way.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Okay, he's here. Okay, good.
Hey, what's going on, Chris? What's up, Ben?
Dog's here, guys. Okay, this is Mr. Mad Dog Sings the Blues.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, Dog, how are you? Listen,
I'm good, sorry,
Steve's
I'm
got
late.
the band rehearsed. We're all set. I see you've got some new lyrics here. I didn't think anything rhymed with speculum.
Did some research. Hello, ladies. How are you? Looking good.
Hi, Mad Dog.
Hello.
Listen, Dog, Ricky and I kind of rearranged this. We moved some stuff around here, but it's okay. Steve's got the band working.
Rearranged it? What change? I don't have the changes.
Steve, could you count it off?
Where's the
Sing
changes?
the blues,
I don't have-
baby.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Mr. Mad Dog, he can sing, and this cat can really swing. Mr. Mad Dog likes my views every time he sings the blues. Listen to the music play. Come on, Mad Dog, take it away.
My baby.
No, guitar solo. You lay back here. No, the sax. Lay back here.
7:19 at Q95.
Here?
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Who's what was that? I'm hearing.
I think it's best to just move ahead.
Okay. I'm pretending I didn't hear that. Oh, no, I'm still hearing it. Let's move on here. We have.
Hearing Dean.
Okay. We have found ourselves here at Q95, all spread out, so it's a little weird. Forgive the Three Stooges-esque glitches here.
Sorry.
We'll begin with a trip over to Christy Lee.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Well, partly cloudy, windy, sprinkles, light showers possible, and temperatures falling throughout the day. Wind advisory till 8 p.m. Cloudy tomorrow, 46 or 44 right now.
Thank you very much. Coming up probably in a few minutes, your shot at $1,000, so pay attention. Also, I don't know if you heard about this One World Together event. One World Together at Home is the title, supporting healthcare workers and others during this pandemic. It's this coming Saturday evening, and we'll broadcast the audio here on Q95. The hosts, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, and Stephen Colbert. And appearances include the great Paul McCartney, Elton John, Eddie Vedder, your favorite chick, Stevie Wonder, and many more.
Even flew. Thank you.
I love that song. I have no idea what it means, though.
It's about
an air conditioner. Heave and flow.
Yeah. Baby bottle. And
you can run it on high or low. Most incomprehensible lyrics of any band, I would argue.
Some of those songs, Yellow Ledbetter, oh my gosh. I love that song, but try picking out 10 words.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Somewhat garbled.
Footsteps is my
Oh, that's great.
That's your jam,
karaoke go-to.
Really?
Now, did I mention I'll be listening for your shot at $1,000 coming up? I hope so. Right now, I'd like to teach you how to teach a whale to talk. We have the audio in case you're wondering.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Bye.
Yeah, that's the French scientists teaching whales to talk, and then they got together with Long Island's own Billy Joel. Is there a pizza place somewhere called It's a Matter of Crust? I've always wondered that.
Hope it's on Long Island.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
New York.
Billy might not be too pleased with that.
It's next to the Uptown Grill.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's very good.
That is good.
What are all the rest of the Billy Joel songs I'm thinking? Quick.
Piano plants? No, wait a minute.
Pizza plant? No, give me time. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks very much for joining us. We are in with social distancing limits or whatever it is. Christy's behind the glass in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
Hi.
In this studio, we have Ace, Chick, Josh, and yours truly. This is Tom speaking, but we are all more than 10 feet apart. Then we have Jess Hooker joining us from her home.
Hi, guys.
Via television connection. What room are you in, Jess?
I am in what we call the library, but it is actually just one wall of built-in bookshelves and then stacks of books all over the floor. So
cool. Good. And you've got the fern or whatever it is.
It's a palm.
The palm.
It's a palm, yeah.
Nope, it's been declared a fern.
What's the painting behind you? It looks like a COVID-19 molecule.
So the palm and the painting are switching places until I decide where I want them. So this is a staging, guys. I need to make a decision.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's obviously some sort of flower arrangement on a canvas, Tom.
It's roses.
It's not a protein.
What did you think it was?
You know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, art is in the interpretation of the viewer, I think. And
then we also have Mr. Godwin, also in a different location. Hey, Pat, how are you? Give me a strum on that guitar. I want to see if we
Sure.
Nice.
I'm facing what people call a kitchen where they prepare food.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah.
Odd.
Yeah. Okay.
you don't have cooking privileges, right?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now we're going to move forward. We'll check in with Christy Lee. Oh, wait, there's the phone.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Oh, hi, Donnie.
Oh, hey, Donnie.
Everybody have good quarantined Easter?
Yeah.
All yourselves?
Really nice with the girls, yeah.
It's the first Easter in years where dinner consisted of Kraft mac and cheese and Tombstone pizza. Tombstone for Easter. The ironicness just hit me. You know, Whiffy and me had a great time. I ordered some random eggs a couple weeks ago online from Snake and Pet World and did the traditional Easter egg hunt with him. And now we just got to let them eggs incubate for 3 weeks and find out what we got. Well, Whiffy's hoping one of the eggs is a puppy, Christy, which I thought and figured you'd think was sort of cute. But personally, I'm hoping I hope they hatch open a possum.
Possums don't lay eggs, Donnie.
No, they don't.
I think they're marsupials. Don't they raise their babies in pouches like that?
Exactly right.
I forgot. Well, my cousin, Possum Dan, you guys know Possum Dan, right?
No.
Sometimes he goes by the Gremlin.
Oh, did he drive a Gremlin back in the day?
No, you just couldn't feed him after midnight or he'd go nuts and trash your house.
Well, that's a good nickname. Then. Yeah.
This year, I agree, Chick, it fits him. But this year, all Easter egg hunts were called off all over town, which is probably for the best. And things are getting out of control. I took Whiffy to one last year. Did I mention this?
No.
I seen a mom trip a little girl so her son could get to an egg first.
I believe that.
God.
And then, before the thing even started, I seen a dad teaching his 4-year-old twins how to set picks and throw bows at each other. I swear to God.
Throwing bows, huh?
Yeah, I've seen two parents get into it, and one hit the other over the head with a folding chair like WWE style. Except they didn't even have folding chairs there, which means this dude brought it from home just for the occasion. The best part of my quarantine Easter this year is getting to talk to my cousin Sammy the hippie. He's still upstate doing another 6 months.
Oh, what's he in jail for?
I got busted last year for using real grass for the Easter basket he donated to FOP Easter raffle.
Oh, really?
Say what you want, man. That basket raised almost $800.
I'll bet. Sure. Good grass in it.
Hey, I better get scared and homeschool and start in about 20 minutes.
Good luck with
And
that.
today I'm teaching Whiffy how to tie his shoes proper.
Oh, nice.
Well, I hope it goes better than Friday's lesson, Christy, on not eating paste.
Yeah.
That didn't go so good. A spoiler alert, they shouldn't make paste look so much like ranch dressing. Just pretty good. I gotta go.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Donnie.
Paste. Do they still make paste?
Sure.
Wow.
Absolutely.
The kids use those. Do you have that at home?
Good. We have a.
Do you ever make do you ever make your own paste? Isn't that just like an unnecessary mess?
You can make Play-Doh.
Never made my own paste.
Oh, really? Like flour and water and.
We had to do that for some project once.
I'm sure you had to do it for the famous shark, the papier-mâché.
Oh, we made our own paper-mâché paste. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
We did do that.
Papier-mâché.
But I want to say a special hello to all the parents out there that are bracing themselves for a day of homeschooling.
Yes.
In case you didn't appreciate how hard teachers work, you do now. Yeah, some of these homeschooling lessons. I know one kid was his dad was telling me that he was going from 9 in the morning till 6 in the evening, full blast.
Gosh.
Maybe that's just a dumb kid.
What is it? Doctorate too? What the hell?
Could have taken regular kids 3 hours. You don't know.
Oh yeah, maybe he's
slow.
Some kids you can't teach.
You guys are mean.
No, we just don't know, do we?
But I was just saluting all of the parents out there bracing themselves for that today.
Man, and doing their own jobs as well, and cleaning and cooking.
Well, you know what today might be a bath day at the compound.
Okay, with
you
the
gonna
dogs.
take a bath?
Yeah.
That was very good, Christy.
You know, in my brain, I thought this will be good. Let's go down this one. Yes, to give the lady dogs their bath.
Now, do you do them both at the same time or one at a time?
I can't really separate them because they get upset, so I have to do them both at the same time.
Okay. Put them in the bathtub.
I'll put them in the bathtub at the same time.
In the bathtub?
In the bathtub.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow, that's rough.
What do you mean rough?
Yeah.
Where do you bathe your dogs?
How would you?
Yeah, where do you?
Why don't you just so in the kitchen, just put a strip of Dawn down each of their backs, get them outside, and then hose them off.
Well, because
they'll get all sudsy.
As you know, my hose, my outdoor spigot, to speak white trash, my spigot is well water. It's like brown. It's not good. It smells bad. They get dirtier taking it.
I think we're all doing things.
And what about their conditioner? They have to put their conditioner in.
I'm fascinated by the fact that you don't wash your dogs in a bathtub. Where would you wash them?
Kiddie pool?
I have a
You have
little
a mud room and a dog wash, and everything is
Yep.
Never mind, I forgot.
Everything has got
forgot who I was dealing with.
Compartment, and Frida, the dog washer, comes over, and
I'm perfectly capable of washing the dogs myself. I had to do a major repair in the laundry room.
Oh, what happened?
Hang on. Major repair.
There's a big a basin in there with a big faucet on it.
Sure.
Yeah, sink.
And if you turned the faucet on, the water, I'm not kidding, was shooting straight up into the air.
Oh, you had a bad washer?
I don't know what's going on. There's something in the middle, but with enough zip ties and plastic, I got that thing all tied down.
All right.
It's hard to
zip ties.
Yes.
So did you just wrap a plastic bag around it?
No, I used a sandwich bag and like 40 zip ties, and it works now.
Turn the water off and replace.
Yeah, just
the girl's right. Put
No,
the
put
a new
washers
washer
on it or
in
something.
it.
No, it's some obscure thing with tiny little. Who knows what it's for? Anyways,
Somebody involved in this conversation right now had her toilet almost explode last week. Isn't that what happened, Jess?
It didn't explode. I just broke it in multiple places trying to install my new bidet.
Oh.
Yes.
So you actually broke the porcelain?
No. I broke it's a long, but you have to hook it up to the water line to your toilet. Well, I couldn't get the screw loose, and actually it's a nut. I couldn't get the nut loose, and then I broke the ball and the thing attached. It was a mess, and at one point I was just sitting in my bathroom on the floor crying.
This is where we need.
Now, did you get the bidet work?
I did. Yes,
and
but I haven't.
Review?
Well, I haven't been able to use it because of all the other parts that I broke. I have to replace those first.
Oh, before you get the water. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Maybe you should have Chick bring his dogs over, and he can.
Wash them in the toilet. That's a good idea.
Yeah, wash them in the bidet.
Well, at one point when I was checking if the bidet worked, it shot all the way across the bathroom and hit the wall.
All right. So make sure you turn that down before you use it. You don't want to be sitting there with a runny nose.
Yeah, because that's all connected.
Yeah, it's going to work its way up there. That is the old fire hose technology. Okay, thank you very much.
You know, there's a TikTok video out there.
I bet.
Where a golfer has his significant other, a lady, laying across the room, and he putts it into her, and she spits it out of her mouth into a cup. What do you think of that?
Oh, that's a trick.
That is a trick.
Wow. It's classy. Is that on firstladies.com?
FFL, future first ladies. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Okay, let's. Can we switch over to Mr. Godwin? I'd like to get a song out of Pat here. You've been working on a bunch of
Grandpa,
stuff.
It just goes at Pat, say hi.
Pat, say something.
Hi.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm here the whole time.
Okay, we just can't see you.
Oh.
We can now.
Unless you're talking. Okay.
Tommy, can you hear me?
That's great. Now, I know that you had a song you did last week based on the Simon and Garfunkel classic, The Sound of Silence.
Man, you know, part of me hopes he's prepared, but a bigger part of me
he wasn't prepared for that
hopes
song.
he's not prepared.
Look at him. He's thumbing through his iPad.
He has no idea. He's like, oh, God, what am I doing?
You have to thumb through an iPad? Don't you just
Josh,
click?
is Josh ready?
No, but that's okay. We'll get Chick. You got something over there? You can.
Sure, I can do anything at all. Yeah.
Hello. Wrong one.
What just happened?
Keep talking.
What happened?
What happened?
What the hell are you doing?
I lost the whole thing.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, take two. We're not live, are we?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Here we go. Hello, sweatpants, my old friend. I'm here to put on you again. Self-quarantining ain't all that great. I smoke a lot of pot and masturbate. Then I go to the kitchen and get a bag of potato chips, sour cream dip, and listen to the sound of munchies.
Thank you. A little tribute to Simon and Garfunkel. Now, Christy Lee is in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. What have you got?
A California man is facing charges after a sexual threesome ended in a fist fight.
Oh.
According to Spartanburg County Sheriff's reports, Michael Charles had invited Brian Alden over so that he and his roommate with benefits, Michelle Fleming, could engage in a threesome.
I tell you what, we'll get Mikey Chuck over here. We'll see what's what.
Charles said that after the trio had sex, things began to feel odd with Alden.
I bet.
And he asked the man to leave. Alden departed, but returned and was let back in. According to the report, the three then attempted intercourse again, but due to an inability to perform on Alden's part, Charles then told him to just go home. A violent fight broke out between Charles and Alden, which left both parties with significant injuries. Police responding to the residence arrested Alden on numerous charges, including assault and battery, as well as trespass.
Isn't the Isn't the two guys in a gal threesome the devil? What is it?
Devil's three-way.
The devil's three-way?
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this. You never hear about the many, many three ways that go right.
That's right.
You only hear about the ones that end in a fist fight.
But in today's world, this is also
irresponsible.
Not properly social distancing.
No.
Oh, no. Any closer, they'd be behind each other.
And now this lady's going to have to figure out, who's the father of the baby.
Oh, jeez.
Wow, that really jumped up there.
I would think that threesomes with two ladies and one gent probably rarely end in a fist fight.
I would say you're probably right.
Don't you think?
Cat fight, maybe.
Would have been a better story if it had been reversed, if it had been a brawl that ended in a threesome.
Yeah, that's a happier.
Kind of a Hollywood
Kiss and made up.
Hollywood happy ending.
Yeah.
Who would you cast in the Devil's Threesome?
Oh boy.
Well, Goose, Brad Pitt, and wow, that was weird. I got both guys right away, didn't I?
Yep. Still no mention of a lady.
Still no ladies on the radar.
Thunderbone.
Yeah, there it is.
Two men enter, only one leaves alive. Yeah, that's very, very disturbing. Okay, give us the teaser, Christy. What's coming up?
Well, we have astronauts in space. We have holy water sprinkled in New Orleans.
Wait a minute. Hold it. Time out. What kind of coming up next is astronauts in space?
Right. If you said astronauts on a merry-go-round, I'm like, oh, okay. This will be interesting.
Or pigs in space. Or
astronauts in the NFL.
Football players on the mirror. Then you got something.
How about astronauts returning from space?
Still nothing.
All right.
We're getting some great email. This comes to us from Andrew. In St. Louis. He writes, by the way, I was watching the 2011 Fairley Brothers movie Hall Pass this weekend. Just wanted to tell you that 43 minutes and 53 seconds into the movie, I heard...
Hi, everybody.
That's right.
I'm Archie Bell of the Thrills of Houston, Texas.
The great song, Tighten Up.
Yeah.
Apparently performed a cover version. But I love that song. As you know, it's one of my all-time favorites, Archie Bell and the Drells. In Houston, we dance as good as we walk.
That's right.
How about
that? I don't know if you were aware of that. Thank you for listening in St. Louis. We're getting emails from all over the place, and I certainly appreciate that, and from all kinds of people. Thank you, Tiffany, third shift nurse in the great state of Michigan. So you're doing great things.
Yes.
Thank you, Tiffany.
And even her 8-year-old daughter enjoys the show.
And one day you'll be promoted to the second shift and then eventually the first shift.
Oh, really?
So, yeah,
That's right.
Keep working hard, Tiffany.
Well, thank you very much. God bless you. We thank you so much. Now, when we come back, we'll find out what's going on in the little room over there, the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom with Christy Lee. You say we have astronauts in space, huh?
Returning from space.
Oh, okay.
Still not.
Now? They want to come back now?
And we'll find out why when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Reach us toll free at 1-888-BOB-TOM-1 or at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Treat yourself to a VIP membership. Where? At bobandtom.com. If you love the Bob and Tom Show, how about full access right now, including the live 7-camera video stream of the show? Plus, the Bob and Tom Show, available commercial-free and on demand with our daily podcast. That's pretty cool. Listen wherever, whenever you want to the show. And did I mention commercial-free? Plus, Bob and Tom archives and the complete album library. That'll keep you busy for months, if not years to come. Check it out now at bobandtom.com/VIP.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update from Chicago. Former Cubs second baseman Glenn Becker has died of natural causes at the age of 79. He won a Gold Glove in 1968 before earning all-star berths over the next 4 seasons. He had the best strikeout to at-bat ratio in the National League 5 times and finished third in average. He hit a career-high 342 in 1971. Former golfer Doug Sanders has passed away at the age of 86. According to the PGA Tour, through a text from Sanders' ex-wife, Scotty, Sanders still an amateur when he won his first PGA Tour event in 1956 at the Canadian Open. And motor racing great Sterling Moss has passed away at the age of 90. He loved speed. He was from England and widely regarded as the greatest Formula One driver never to win the World Championship. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
What was it, Christy? Food play?
I call it food play. Temperature play, yeah.
Again, so what people want to think they're having interpersonal relations with a corpse?
Your body is sensitive to hot and cold. It doesn't...
Oh, we've covered a lot of ground there.
Well, we have sex, more of it in the news coming up.
Tom not having it.
Yeah.
Man, loosen up.
I dated a girl that always had ice up in there. Always. Yeah, our relationship was on the rocks.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Do you enjoy the taste of yogurt, but you're tired of paying those high prices? Then try the new product that everyone's talking about. It's not really yogurt, but you can't tell the difference. We call it Hawkers. Hawkers, the imitation yogurt. And it's so inexpensive, you won't have to pay through the nose.
Try some Hawkers, and you'll say that really hits the spot. Eat some Hawkers every day. It tastes like yogurt, but it's not.
Honey, I got you a snack.
What is it?
I'm not telling.
Come on, spit it out.
Here, just try it.
Is it custard?
No, it's not.
Is it pudding?
No, it's not.
Well, what is it?
It's Hawkers.
Hawkers?
Yeah, Hawkers, the imitation yogurt in the green cup.
Hawkers, try a cup. It really hits the spot. Just $1, cough it up. It tastes like yogurt, but it's not. It tastes like yogurt, but it's not.
Hi, I'm Hal Hawker, head honcho at Hawker headquarters here in Hilton Head. For 100 years, my family's been making Hawkers. Look for Hawkers in the green cup with the picture of Peggy Fleming. With a name like Hawkers, it's gotta be green. Like we say, hip hip hooray for Hawkers.
That's Hawkers. And for a tasty new treat, try frozen Hawkers. Available everywhere this winter. And coming soon, it's Boogers Imitation Raisins. Boogers, we're the one to pick. Hawkers, a division of Frigamall Industries, Louisville, Kentucky.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
We're talking with comedian Todd Glass.
In a relationship, women look down the road, which is positive, but some women look too far down the road. I mean, they can't just take that moment for what it is. Like, I'm at a bar, and I asked this girl to dance. You know, she's like, oh, dance? Oh, sure, I'd like to dance. And we're done dancing. Maybe you go over there, you'll buy me a drink, I'll buy you a drink. A week later, we'll start calling each other. We'll get our machines, then you'll get me, then I'll get you. Then we go out on a date, and our friends say we're perfect for each other. So we have our first kiss, then we decide we're going to get engaged. We get engaged, we have a beautiful wedding. After the wedding, we get back from our wedding, we set up an apartment together. Then we have a beautiful apartment. You get a promotion, I get a promotion, and we buy a big house. We have a house, white picket fence, dogs, 2 kids, everything's going good. Then you're coming home from late at work. I go, why are you coming home late at work? You go, I'm in love with my secretary. told you love a secretary, and you want me to tell the kids we're getting a divorce and they don't have a father anymore? Dance? I don't think so, you sick freak.
Right now, Killer Bees joins us in the studio.
Bees, how you doing?
Real good, man. Waking up a shopping list over here. My wife's eating in bed now. She's at that part of the pregnancy where they crave all this food. Some people have mirrors over the bed. We got a sneeze guard.
7:45 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
With a quick update on the weather forecast, the charming and delightful Christy Lee.
Well, thank you, Tom. We have a wind advisory till 8 p.m. High today, 48. Cloudy, windy, maybe some sprinkles. Partly cloudy this afternoon. 41 right now.
Thank you, Christy. Now, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Quarantine continues, but we are here. Happy to be here and love hearing from you. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com in the world of email. We're in the big room here, more than 10 feet apart. In this room, we have a giant television screen with a huge image of Pat Godwin over there because he's elsewhere.
Yes.
Waving.
Hello.
But it looks
Hi,
like
Pat.
he's here. That's very weird. Ace Cosby's over there, of course, the proprietor of the Omaha Steaks Ace Cosby joke of the day. Let's see now. Chick McGee across the way at the sports desk. Josh Arnold is in here with me. Hi, John.
Hi.
Me being Tom, and then Christy Lee is through the glass over there.
Hi.
And then Jess Hooker is president accounted for in her, she calls it
guys.
the library.
The Room of Ferns.
Okay.
Palms.
Now you said
Thank you.
there are books stacked all over the floor.
Yeah, I had this beautiful built-in bookshelf done, and then I ran out of room. So maybe that should be my next project here at home is
book
cleaning out
burning?
my books. I'm not going to burn them.
Have a good old-fashioned book burning.
That's right.
It's Fahrenheit 451.
We're getting a lot of email and on all kinds of topics, things that have nothing to do with what's going on right now or things that have things to do with what's going on right now. This one comes to us from, I guess it's Estelle. And
Estella!
Says, we saw this in our local grocery store here in South Carolina. Thought you'd enjoy it. And this is a photograph of a packaged meat from a company called Dietz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dietz.
Sure.
These are
Dietz
meat.
and Watson?
Yeah, these are meat bites.
Uh-huh.
And they're called Dietz nuts. So,
Dietz nuts.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Wow.
Great big letters. Dietz nuts.
Meat bites.
God, that's funny.
Are we children?
Yep.
Yep, of course we are.
Dietz nuts.
That's what keeps this show afloat.
Yeah, thank you so much for remembering why we're here and what we're doing.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Can you grab that?
Holy
Chick?
heck. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom Show, USA, Larry King here.
Oh,
Hi, Larry.
All by yourself, isolating Larry?
I am. Thought I'd lay some of my quarantine diary on you cats this morning. Let's go.
Okay.
Day, whatever. I don't even know anymore. 9 a.m. Took a walk around the neighborhood early on Easter morning. I guess it was yesterday. And it was nice to see so many parents out hiding brightly painted eggs for their kids to find.
Yeah.
Yes. Too bad the kids were a little too slow, but at least I enjoyed hard-boiled eggs for breakfast for the first time in a week. 10:30 a.m. It may be the boredom, or maybe I just need to feel pretty. But I'm shaving my legs now.
Oh.
And not just below the knee. No, not just below the knee. No, sir, mister. I'm going north, and I'm not stopping until I hit taint.
Oh, that's a lot of shaving.
Wow, that is a lot of shaving.
Noon. I'm making my own booze by fermenting Pruno in the toilet. I'm using Martha Stewart's recipe from when she was in the joint a few years back.
I bet it's good.
I'm out of sugar, so I pulverized a bunch of Jolly Ranchers. Also, I didn't have a pair of panties to strain the fruit pulp like Martha did, so I had to use an old sock. Yes. Frankly, I think the earthy aroma of toe fungus helps anchor the ambitious sweet puke flavors that dominate the beverage. Also, I've sharpened my toothbrush into a shiv because it just seemed like the thing to do.
Sure.
1:30 p.m. I'm so bored with all my skin magazines, I can't even get in the mood to rub one out. Rub one out. I couldn't read my own handwriting there for a second. No offense, Nugget, Gent, Swank, but maybe I should check that rumor that there's porn on the internet.
Yeah, maybe.
3 a.m. I can no longer open my hand.
You found
fingers are cramped. Fingers are cramped, frozen in place. Forearm muscles are spazzing. Eyes are twitching and blurred. Something smells horrible. I think I may have soiled in the wastebasket.
Jeez.
I need to turn off the computer and go to bed. Oh, wait. Let me just type in one last thing here. LESB. Oh, God. They got lesbian stuff, too.
Yeah.
And thus ends that day's diary. And on Easter, of all things. Good night.
Thanks.
Good night, everybody.
Larry just discovering the internet as porn.
Yeah.
We won't hear from him again for a while then.
Or the
Nugget?
Nugget. Is that an actual magazine?
If I remember
think
correctly.
That's like a classic 60s and 70s.
I think Nugget
barbershop,
was
barbershop porno.
A water sports magazine, if I remember
Oh,
correctly.
really?
Holy moly, are you an archivist, a historian?
I just
as
remember
well?
it being a joke among.
I don't think I ever saw a copy of Nugget.
We
at least
did.
open.
Man.
Yeah. Nugget magazine. Let's see what comes up here.
Oh, there's all kinds of 60s magazines from Ram Books.
Oh, gee.
I remember Swank.
I've heard of Swank.
Heard of Gent.
Yeah, these were sort of more earthy versions of Playboy without the articles about hi-fi.
Like Excalibur one, isn't that right? Or
Wasn't there one called We?
Yes.
OUI?
Yes.
Yeah, we.
And that was kind of a Playboy.
I thought it was a penthouse. I thought it was a penthouse
Playboy
break off
part 2. But yeah, Swank and Gent.
Swank.
Those were very porno-like.
Club International.
Yeah.
Cherry.
Oh, my. Oh.
Cherry?
Yeah, I had a girlfriend in that.
Say that again.
Had a girlfriend in that.
She was in that?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the title doesn't really reflect the.
I don't dig that deep.
Okay. All right. Well, what else have you got over there, Christy Lee? At the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
2 NASA astronauts who have been in space for over half a year are returning to a very different Earth than the one they left. Andrew Morgan, whose 9-month mission aboard the International Space Station concludes on Friday, said the crew has been trying to keep up with news of the pandemic. Jessica Meir, who's been in space for 7 months, said, "We can tell you that Earth still looks just as stunning as always from up here, so it's difficult to believe all the changes that have taken place since both of us have been up here." Both astronauts will return in a Soyuz capsule with Russian Oleg Skripka landing in Kazakhstan. Mir said it will be difficult not to hug family and friends upon returning home.
Sure.
Ms. Mir took part in the first all-female spacewalk last fall, you'll recall.
Sure. The good news is they're probably used to cutting their hair by themselves.
That's true.
Yes.
They know that one.
Yeah,
and now I can tell looking at the screener there, Pat, you've got a little song for us.
That's not here right now.
Oh, who's this?
Ziggy Stardust here.
Oh, hi, Zig.
Hello, everyone. NASA astronauts Colonel Andrew Morgan and Dr. Jessica Meir are set to return to Earth from the International Space Station.
Yes, they are,
the
Zig.
ISS. Later this week, ground control to the ISS. You're coming home to an earthly mess. Sanitize your hands and put your face masks on. Ground control to the ISS. Houston, Houston, Houston. You astronauts are the very best. You may want to bring some decent toilet paper home. This is Colonel Morgan to ground control. Can we stay a few more days? Seems you're all at home, just sheltering in place. Being quarantined with family in your face. And here we are floating in our spaceship as Corona infects the world. There's no disease up here, and Miss Meir has a pretty rear. Whoa! Hey!
Oh, that's
all right.
Hey, Thank you, Ziggy.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
They'd be better off just staying up there.
They would.
At this point.
They're going to be quarantined either way.
And the Soyuz lands in the ground, right?
I think you're right. I think it's a hard landing, too, isn't it?
They don't do that.
Don't they have a balloon around it or something?
Yeah, but it still lands on the ground and bounces away.
It bounces a lot, yeah.
Wow. I mean, although it's interesting, I'd like to know the science of when you land in the water, how much of a cushion does that give you versus landing on a balloon?
Yeah.
You got the big parachutes. Anyways, it'd be super interesting now that they're coming back to Earth. We also had the story last week about the astronaut class.
Yeah.
Like 10,000 people apply for
And they're going to pick
15 places or something.
I believe this summer they said they were going to pick, right?
Yeah, the two astronauts who are coming down have, you read their bios, Jessica Meir is like this ultra genius engineer, doctor, and everything else. It's absolutely amazing. So welcome back to Earth, everybody.
Yeah,
when we come
Friday.
back, Christy, what do you got going over there?
Well, we still have to get to our holy water being sprinkled on a whole town.
Holy water!
And have you ever been digging in your garden and found an arrowhead?
I wish I'd never had.
Really?
Yeah.
I did as a kid.
I found the head of a hatchet.
Did you really?
Uh-huh.
Well, how
Whoa.
about a whole car?
A car?
Yes.
Well.
Was it a Jeep Cherokee?
That would tie in.
Yeah.
Or a Pierce Arrow.
A Pierce Arrow.
We could do this all day. We'll be right back and try to attempt a joke. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom. 24/7. Oh, yeah.
Rolling through a Monday, it is April 13th, and yes, we are here live as one could be, because you see, we are essential to the workforce, being here, making you laugh. Essential humor. Get it? More coming up right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Tornadoes pounded the Deep South and killed at least 8 in South Mississippi and northern Louisiana. Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves has declared a state of emergency in his state. The Weather Service said large parts of the South will remain at risk for severe weather. The United States' top infectious disease expert says the economy in parts of the country could have a rolling re-entry as early as next month, provided health authorities can quickly identify and isolate people who will inevitably be infected with the coronavirus. Dr. Anthony Fauci also says he can't guarantee that it will be safe for Americans to vote in person on Election Day, November 3rd. To help in that fight, Apple and Google have launched an effort to help public health agencies use smartphones to help the pandemic. The software companies want to add phones, and it would use Bluetooth technology to track those who may have been infected. The contact tracing apps would run on iPhones and Android models, but to be effective, users, that would be you would have to install the app once ready and agree to have data shared with public health authorities. And a 93-year-old Pittsburgh area woman has been seeking help to get her necessities as she stays inside because of the COVID-19 pandemic. In her case, the necessity? Beer. Oliver Renosi posted a sign in her window that read, "I need more beer." The sign got her attention. The image posted online and more than 1 million views, and several people later, they reached out to deliver her more beer. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. We're the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Do you own a pair of sweatpants?
I hate sweatpants.
Please tell me you have loungewear, like something you don't just wear jeans or something every day, do you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you imagine Tom in a wife beater?
With a cigarette hanging out of
and
the
a
mouth.
spaghetti sauce stain right there.
And 2 ice cubes of bourbon in a rocks glass.
All right, who left the crayons out?
I said, listen.
We make that video. You in a white beater. Hey!
Oh,
that'll
Tom.
go viral.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air, it's online.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Hey, it's your drinking buddy, Jimmy Mad Dog Matus. You guys ever drink too much and find yourself in places you just should not be? I've been drinking all night long. I don't know where I've been. I stumble into a quiet place, a place called the Ramrod Inn. Judy Garland's on the jukebox. Some guy says, I dig your hair.
Hey, 801 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the Car X Man. Cloudy, windy, showers possible early. We do have a wind advisory till 8 p.m. We'll see partly cloudy skies this afternoon and a high of 48. Tonight, variable cloudiness, low 35, cloudy 46 on Tuesday. Currently cloudy, windy 41 right now.
Okay, thank you, Christy Lee. I thought we'd do a little Bob and Tom Show time travel. Remember the campaign, If Streets Could Talk? We decided to play with that, and this
That's the feedback sound.
this happened.
If streets could talk.
Dude, I am Broad Ripple Avenue. Be careful. I'm usually drunker than a monkey. I'm a street where you can take your dog to a park or get a burrito as big as your head. Most people just come here to get totally f***ed up and try to get laid. I'm Broad Ripple Avenue. And I stay up later than almost any street in town.
Yeah.
If you like cover charges, drunk frat boys, and waiting in line, come see me. I'm Broad Ripple Avenue.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
We did another one, of course.
If streets could talk.
I am 82nd Street. I run across the north side of the city from the east to the west. I cut through the heart of Castleton. No, wait. Actually, I'm 86th Street now. I'm right here at the Fashion Mall in Keystone at the Crossing. No, I take that back. I'm really 79th Street as soon as I hit Fall Creek Road. My name's not important. I've got lots of people on my back all the time. And don't even think about crossing me at Christmas time. I'm jammed. I am 82nd Street. I'm 86th. Well, 79th. Oh, God, I'm so confused. Listen, I'm too busy for this right now. I've got to go.
A lot of cursing there. I'm not sure what was going on there. Remember those classics?
Sure.
If Streets Could Talk. Well, now
Yeah, they'd say, where are all the cars?
Yeah. Probably, I'm kind of enjoying this, they would say. Coming up, your shot at $1,000, so pay close attention. Also, some news about a huge event coming Saturday night on Q95. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We are worldwide on American Forces Radio, coast to coast on great radio stations like this one, and worldwide doing a special YouTube feed during the coronavirus pandemic. Hearing from people all over the world. It's very cool. Thank you very much. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com in the world of email. This is Tom speaking. Our engineer is Ace Cosby, the proprietor of the Omaha Steaks. Ace Cosby joke of the day, by the way, coming up in a matter of seconds. Chick McGee's over there at the sports desk. Josh Arnold is in the sidekick chair. Christy Lee through the glass.
Yes, sir.
In the Navy Federal Credit Union
Keeping my
newsroom.
distance.
We're all keeping our distance. We're all good and legal.
Mm-hmm.
And somewhere we have people hovering in the ether. I think we have both Jess Hooker and Pat Godwin somewhere. We'll talk to them in just a second. But first, Ace, let's just get right to it. It's the contemporary classic, of course, the Ace Cosby joke of the day. Brought to you by Omaha Steaks. It's the perfect time to get some steaks delivered to your place.
Yes.
Some hot dogs, too, Ace.
What was the taxidermist doing at the food truck? Stuffing its face.
Oh, my God.
See, the taxidermist was stuffing.
Yeah.
It's very good, Ace. Thank you very much. Let's just turn to Christy Lee over there at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
The Archbishop of New Orleans sprinkled holy water from a World War II era biplane high above New Orleans in a very unusual Good Friday blessing for those affected by the coronavirus. The open-air plane carried Archbishop Gregory Aymond from the Lakefront Airport over the French Quarter, where the Archbishop sprinkled the holy water.
Oh, how about that?
Well, usually if you're in New Orleans and there's some liquid coming down on you, it means someone's pissing off the balcony. During Mardi Gras. Hey! But
never been to New Orleans. Always wanted to go.
I've been there once. Don't ever want to really go back.
Haven't they had enough water dumped on them?
Yeah, no joke.
It's holy water, right? See the thing in Detroit?
Oh, okay. His piss joke. Fine. My flood joke, not so much.
5 stars.
Your hilarious Katrina hunk. That just destroyed. See the Archbishop of Detroit was in the back of that flatbed truck.
I did not see that.
He was shooting T-shirts that he dunked in holy water, shooting them out of one of those T-shirt cannons.
I missed that. That's what I missed that.
Yeah, knocking people right off their porches. Whammo! You've been blessed. Lucky you.
One of my favorite stories from the coronavirus thing over the weekend was the 93-year-old Pittsburgh woman. Did you see this?
Did not.
She was seeking help to get necessities because, of course, she has to stay inside because of the COVID-19 pandemic. But the necessity here was beer. Olive Veranosi posted a sign in her window that read, "I need more beer." KDKA TV.
We're on your side.
Reports the sign got her what she wanted.
All right.
It was posted online, got over 1 million views, and several people reached out to deliver her some beer. She's such a cute little lady. I put it up on Twitter if you haven't seen her. She's just adorable. And she's holding the beer with a sign that says, "I need more beer." She drinks Coors Light, by the way.
Buy me some beer.
Good for her.
Yeah, she was sweet.
Oh, wow. Josh, you were researching the names of older porno magazines during the break.
Yeah.
Because Larry King was mentioning that he was going through, was it Gent?
Yeah.
Swank?
Nugget was the one I'd never heard of.
Yeah, and that ends up, it looks like it's more of just a fetish magazine, all kinds of fetishes and stuff.
Okay. Did you see one when you were a kid? Is that what happened?
Yes, we saw, my buddies and I came across, well, we found a Nugget magazine that issue was all about water sports, as it were.
Yeah.
I
don't like skiing.
No, sadly, no.
Did they do incredibly inappropriate
swimming,
like seasonal things, like the Easter It Has Risen edition? Something really awful.
No, gosh, I hope not.
I would assume, and I've always said that there are probably men who really only get turned on by that vintage magazine stuff.
Oh, I'm sure.
Probably.
Or they have to be watching it on a VCR.
Sure.
They're imprinted with that specific era.
Do you remember the first magazine you ever saw? Was it your brother's, probably?
No.
No.
No. Oh, you're going to be angry.
Oh,
for
no,
asking
not the
me.
Western Nudist. I forgot.
Yes, it was called Western
But
Nudist.
that's not.
Whoa,
but that's
wait a
not.
minute. I've never heard this story. What are you talking about, Tom?
Technically, that's not a gentleman's magazine. Do you remember the first gentleman's magazine you ever saw?
Probably Playboy, I would imagine.
Okay.
But,
Yeah, mine was.
These are much more the gent and swank.
Just you saying it makes it dirty.
They sound so dirty, even though they're meant to sound swank. Just sounds filthy.
Sounds like you could get some disease by touching the magazine. Those were different times. But I'm
hide it in the woods.
I assume you could probably go on the internet. Someone's probably digitized all the classic issues of Swank.
Sure, because they need that. Probably.
Do you need to sanitize after saying swank?
Just about. But I don't know.
Club.
Yeah.
There's one that's just called. It starts with V.
Really?
That's the name of the magazine.
What?
Vulva?
Is it for
Blam?
That's it. That's the name of it.
Oh man.
Well, hey.
All right.
Okay. Do you have any desire, Josh, to see the classic stuff that was around when you were coming up?
Well, I don't know that I have I mean, I do know that every time I hear the sound of a modem, things start to twitch.
There you go.
I told you I had a buddy that could, at the time, he could tell you every Playboy centerfold from
See, that,
something like 1958 to 75.
That's incredible.
This is the same guy who could tell a Marlboro box from a Marlboro soft pack, who could tell you every kind of cola.
What a
blindfolded.
savant.
Yeah.
What is he doing now?
I'm not sure. I haven't talked to him for a few years.
Really?
Great guy. But just
Sounds like it.
Was he successful, or was he one of those guys that kind of skated by, but he just he had those niche things?
He was great at parties, I bet.
Right.
Here's the thing about that. I name every centerfold I ever saw.
He was one of those
Remembered
guys.
him.
He was one of those guys that would go to strip clubs all the time.
Yeah.
And he would know the ladies' real names.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Would always be like, well, I've got to go help Esther move her couch. Who's Esther? Oh, she goes by Galaxy. Okay.
Trina's got to move.
Never got any action of any kind.
No, that's pure.
They were just playing him.
Yeah, of course.
Poor guy.
Sure. Yeah.
But he did know everyone's real name.
Hey, if he enjoyed himself, what are you going to do?
One day we were in a grocery store in Florida, and this woman came up to him who was an Asian woman.
Yes.
Who happened to be a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
She was with, I guess, her husband and child. And he goes, "Oh, it's Am dancing for you." And that's what he called her, because that was her.
She would walk up and say, "I'm dancing for you."
I'm not every word of that is true. I'm
Yeah,
not trying to make fun of anybody.
Well, sure, no, yeah.
No. I'm glad you're not trying.
Hey, there goes "I'm dancing for you."
You know, what is it about our relationship? I mean, yours and mine, Tom. I think this guy who knows the centerfolds, Am dancing, you respect him more than you do me. And I don't know what it is, but aren't you? I'm certain.
You're right.
Isn't he? He talks of remembering in glowing
Yes,
terms
he is.
about this freak who hung out at strip clubs, knew all.
Yeah, he never once said anything judgment like this loser.
No,
but
this guy,
there was
brilliant guy, he said.
There was nothing pervy about him at all.
No, doesn't sound like it at all.
No, he only knew the names of every centerfold for 3 decades.
And every stripper.
And a pervy racist is what I am dancing for you.
No, that
I love
racist.
you long time.
That was her intro.
That was her motto. What are you going to do?
She'd walk up and say, "I'm dancing for you." But to get to the point,
sure are,
Christy, to
Andy.
answer your question, the first nudie magazine I ever saw.
Nudie magazine.
It was the 8th grade Washington trip, and one of the guys in our group looked 25 when he was 13. And he went down to the lobby and he bought a copy of a magazine called Western Nudist.
Yeah.
Western
Which of course reminds me of this great song.
How do you love all
Great
this
song. The Five
really
Americans.
awful music?
Oh, I love this.
Just bad. We should rank your. We got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
We should rank top 10 Tom's worst song.
Oh, it has to be.
Do the Freddie.
Freddie's in there.
that's number one.
Horrible, aggressive vocals.
Do the Freddie.
Freddie. Coming up, we're going to switch gears. We're going to talk with the great sports writer John Feinstein. We'll find out what his favorite songs are, et cetera, when we return. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, how are you doing today? It is Monday. That's no good, but it is April 13th, making our way through April, and that's always good because that means that the stay-at-home orders will be ending sooner than later, spending time with your family, watching movies, making meals. Oh, it's just great. Just great. So, looking forward to more of that, but more of the Bob and Tom Show coming up this morning with Jess Hooker, author John Feinstein, and actor-comedian Billy Gardell on the way.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. For the first time in its lengthy history, Saturday Night Live held an all-quarantine version with stars delivering taped material primarily from their homes. Coronavirus survivor Tom Hanks was the guest host, with Chris Martin, the musical guest, and cameos from Larry David, portraying Bernie Sanders, and Alec Baldwin as President Donald Trump. Social distancing will keep fans of Friends from cozying up with a planned reunion of the TV show. Production on the reboot has been delayed, like most entertainment productions, by the virus. The special, featuring the entire Friends cast, was to be part of the May launch of HBO Max, but no taping was done before the COVID-19 scare hit, making it unlikely anything will be churned out in time for next month's launch of HBO's new streaming service. And the handwritten lyrics to Hey Jude that Paul McCartney used during the 1968 Beatles recording session sold at auction for $910,000 Friday. Julian's Auctions reports the plain sheet of paper was expected to sell for $180,000. The buyer was not disclosed. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show is on the way.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom, 24/7.
We were sitting around the bar last Friday night just drinking and wondering what it'd be like if we picked the right numbers and hit the lottery. It was me, Bill, Sid, Harold, and Stan. Each of us had a different plan, and we all agreed how great getting rich would be.
Well, the first thing I'd do with all that cash is throw myself one hell of a bash. There'd be beer and hookers, pimps, and a circus clown. Then I'd get a new couch and reclining chair, maybe 4 mag wheels and central air. I tell ya, I'd have the classiest trailer in town. So next week when each winning number falls, I hope to see that lottery girl pulling out my balls. $1 million would sure improve our lives. We could quit our jobs and dump our wives.
Man, if I ever won that pile, I'd go to work with a great big smile. And the people that tick me off would better beware. I'd even go in late the very first day and find my boss, and here's what I'd say: Mr. Jenkins, kiss the ass of a millionaire. Then I'd find that secretary I think so cute, the one who threatened me with that harassment suit, when I told her I liked it when she wore her skirts real short. Then I'd grab her boobs, one in each hand, then kiss her, hand her $100 grand and say, here you go, darling, we just settled out of court. So next week, when each winning number falls.
8:17 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the CarX Man. Cloudy, windy, sprinkles, and light showers possible this morning. Then partly cloudy this afternoon with a high of 48. Variable cloudiness tonight down to 35. Cloudy on Tuesday, 46. We do have a wind advisory in effect until 8 p.m. Gusts of up to 40 miles per hour. It's 39 right now. It was 54 when I came in.
Well, we had a pretty good weekend. So
we did.
We can't complain. I've got a couple interesting requests coming up.
Oh, what joke of mine would they like to hear?
The half-fat one.
That is a classic.
That is.
Classic job.
It's a little bit of something from Rick Schrader.
Rick's been divorced.
Yeah, I was married for 5 years, and that's 75 in single years.
Single years.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
So
didn't work out real well.
Well, not for me, no, but she was from, I'm me. I live in L.A., and I'm this neurotic. She was from Tennessee, and just from Claxton, Tennessee. You know, it's population 200. It's a nice, I shouldn't rank. It's a nice place, you know, if you're a slack-jawed, booger-eating moron. Right? That's you? This place is heaven. It's
Claxton.
Yeah.
Claxton, Tennessee. I'll write that down.
Yeah. I had to marry her. The town needed new chromosomes. Kids were coming out looking like fish. You know, like a petri dish. You know, just the worst. I've lost my dating technique. That's the problem. You know, I think I go too fast. It's hi. I rush things. Hi, my name's Rick. Are you fully lubricated yet? Do you like it when I put my thumb there?
Little Rick Schrader, thank you very much. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We are worldwide on American Forces Radio, coast to coast. on great radio stations all over the world. And by the way, we're on the YouTube, so you can see us, and you'll see our special guest. Oh, there he is right now.
Look at that.
I'm looking at the sports writer, John Feinstein.
John!
Hey, John.
So you're in a library, and you got books and everything.
I do have books and everything.
Are they all yours?
I've even read a few of them. And written a few of them.
Yeah.
It looks like, over your right shoulder, it looks like you've got 25 copies of one of your own books.
Probably.
It's like baby steps. It's like baby steps. So what about Bob?
Yeah.
Honestly, what happens is when you I've written 42 books, and they send you the contract requires they send you 30.
Oh.
Now, usually I end up giving most of them away. Like I only have 4 copies of Season on the Brink left that I'm saving for my kids. But when you get my new book came out last month, The Backroads to March. So there's like 30 of them in the office because literally I haven't had a chance to send them out to anybody or give them to anybody because of the circumstances.
And they had one of the pizza guy. Hey.
The FedEx guy is pretty important in my life.
Yeah,
that's true.
Oh, wow.
Especially now.
Now, so are you working on a book right now so that you can focus on that at least?
Yeah, I think I mentioned to you when I was on last month that I'm working on a nonfiction book on race in sports because I really think it's the elephant in the room, not just in sports, but in our society. And I'd started doing the research on that before all this happened. And then I was supposed to be on the road for the NCAA tournament and the Masters until today, literally. And then I was going to get back to researching that book, but I can't go anywhere. So what I've done is I've flipped the script and I've started working on my next kids mystery.
Oh, cool.
I can do that from my house.
Okay. Yeah. Now, I know you know everything and you've heard every story, but Chick had a story a couple weeks ago that I just loved, the Bobby Mitchell story. Do you think John knows that?
When Bobby Mitchell and Jim Brown played for the Cleveland Browns, Coach Brown had a way of yelling at Bobby Mitchell, but it was meant for Jim Brown, and he knew he couldn't yell at Jim Brown. So when they both were late for the bus, he'd look at Bobby, why are you late for this bus? And Jim Brown's equally late, but it's Jim Brown. Yeah.
Well, Chick, you know perfectly well that stars get different treatment.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Especially superstars.
Yeah,
that's right.
I mean, does Tom ever yell at you? No.
No.
He yells at Christy.
That's right.
Thanks. Yeah, that's right.
Christy, why are you doing some sports so stupid?
Yeah, Christy, why are you pouring booze into a cup at 6 a.m.? Oh, wait a minute.
Tell him everything?
Wait, no, that you can't shout at her for. That's legit, especially these days.
Yeah, no joke.
True. John Feinstein is our guest. John is a distinguished writer of many, many books, as you mentioned, 42 books. When you were a kid, were there a number of athletes that come to mind that you were your heroes? I know in my case it was the great Jim Brown of the Cleveland Browns, and then I was enamored with a baseball player named Vic Davalillo.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Vic? He's still down there in Venezuela coaching. But did you have
I grew up in New York, and so New York athletes were my heroes. Tom Seaver, Tommy Agee, Cleon Jones of the Mets. Joe Namath, of course, Matt Snell of the Jets, Brad Park of the Rangers, Willis Reed, Dave DeBusschere, Walt Frazier of the Knicks. Those were my heroes as a kid. I was one of those kids who would hang around after games and get autographs. And I probably had the autographs at some point of every Knick, every Ranger, every Met, and most of the Jets.
Man.
And they're all gone. Yeah, I also had like every baseball card in the world. And when I was in college, my parents moved from New York to Washington, and my mother, not being a jock, threw everything out.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me, except there were Superman and Batman comics and Mad magazines.
Right.
But
yeah, I had jock stuff, and those. It's funny because when you grow up and you end up being a sports writer, you end up meeting some of those people. I did a long profile of Tom Seaver. When he was pitching for the Reds.
Can I interrupt for 1 second?
Sure.
Tom Seaver was actually in a news story I read 3 or 4 hours ago. You probably heard the ghastly puns about Tampa Bay and that Tom Brady is getting, what is it?
Trademarked?
He wants trademarked Tampa Bay and Tampa Brady. He wants those trademarked.
But the article said
exactly.
The article said that Brady
tried to steal Tom Terrific.
He tried. Oh, see, you already knew it. I didn't think you would.
Oh, yeah.
He tried to get Tom Terrific.
I was very angry about that because there's only one Tom Terrific, and it's not Brady.
Right. Tom Seaver actually has that.
I didn't know that.
When I was a kid, there was a cartoon called Tom Terrific.
Yes.
Yes, there was. I remember that vaguely. I remember Seaver more vividly. I can probably tell you every single game he pitched in 1969.
Wow.
When the Mets won the World Series.
Now,
what
what do you think about this thing with Tom Brady going to become a Buccaneer?
Well, in many ways, it makes sense. He was clearly frustrated last year with only having one wide receiver, Julian Edelman, who could get open, basically. They lost in the first round of the playoffs. And Tampa Bay, as Chick knows, because Chick knows everything, has some great young wide receivers.
Oh, yeah, Mike Evans, baby. Oh, yeah.
Mike Evans is one of them, yeah. But they've got two good wide receivers and a very good tight end. And they have a good defense, too. And Brady's going to be 43. And if they have a football season, and I think that's an if, in spite of what Roger Goodell says, this was a good place for him to land. Plus, it's in the NFC, which means he doesn't have to go through either Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson to get to the Super Bowl.
Wow. Now, we're talking with John Feinstein, the great sports writer, once again working on one of your youth-oriented books, another mystery, which are really fun. And a lot of people have a lot of spare time.
You're my guy, Tom, with your 23 children.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. There's 24. There's
24. Sorry.
Now, are you, since you don't have any sports to watch, are you watching recorded old games, or are you watching the Tiger King? What are you doing in your spare time?
I've watched a few of the old games that have been on. Although I got to the point where if I ever see the Duke Kentucky game from '92 again, I'm gonna lose my mind because it's been on about every 15 minutes since this began. I watched a few of the old games. I watched the Virginia UMBC upset because I was so tired that night. It was a 10 o'clock game that I know I missed some of it, even watching. And so I did watch that again. That was fascinating. But you know what? For the most part, I've been watching old TV shows like The West Wing, which I still think is the best written show in the history of television. And it's got 7 seasons. Sorry?
No, we didn't say anything. We're just listening.
I'm sorry. And every night, my 9-year-old daughter Jane and I have movie night. And we watch a different movie. And last night, since it was Easter, of course, we watched Hop, which I think is a pretty sweet movie.
All right.
And we did watch all 3 of the Santa Clauses, which I thought were entertaining, although I'm not a big fan of the star.
Is that Tim
Allen?
Sure,
yeah.
Tim Allen. We kind of disagree politically, as in Tim Allen thought Genghis Khan was a little bit too mild.
Have you watched The Newsroom, John? I think that's,
I haven't watched it now, but I watched it during the 3 seasons it was on. It wasn't as good as The West Wing, but it was still Sorkin.
Yeah, right.
And Sorkin's a genius. You know, we've talked about this. You just asked me my heroes as a kid, Tom. There aren't that. I've been lucky to meet the people that I've met throughout my life doing what I do. There are the list of people who I've never met who I would really like to sit down and have lunch or dinner with is very short, I think. But Aaron Sorkin would be up near the top of that list.
Yeah. Do you have any sports memorabilia in your office?
I'm not a sports memorabilia guy. What I have in my office besides the books, I have a lot of coffee mugs because when you travel a lot, you figure out something you're going to collect, I think. And early on, I decided coffee. First of all, I love drinking coffee. I'm drinking this morning from a UCLA mug that I bought in 1988 on the campus of UCLA after a UCLA North Carolina game. And I started collecting them years ago. My wife has banned most of them from the kitchen. So most of them are here in a bookcase. And I have some awards that I've won. And I have some photos of people. I have a picture of myself with Dean Smith I have a picture of myself with Jim Valvano and Lefty Drizel. Picture of myself, pictures of my family on the desk, obviously, but a picture of myself with Andrew Thompson, who was the captain of the Navy team when I wrote the Army-Navy book, and he's crying on my shoulder, literally, right after the Army-Navy game that year. So not a lot of memorabilia, though. I've never been a memorabilia guy. I've never quite understood why one would want something that someone else achieved something with. I'd rather have something that I achieved something with. If in fact I ever achieved any.
We had a news story this morning about the LeBron James, one of his rookie jerseys. They think is going to go for what was it, $600,000?
$600,000.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. And and again, my baseball card collection would have been worth a lot of money if I hadn't lost it. I mean, I started collecting baseball cards when I was 6, and kept doing it till I was 13 or 14. This is before the craze. You just went out and bought a top package of Topps baseball cards. You got 5 cards and gum that was basically inedible, or unchewable. And but they're gone. So I focus more on things that are directly connected to my life. I would rather have a photo of me and Dean Smith when Dean is actually laughing. I don't know what was going on, but he was actually laughing, than a LeBron James rookie jersey.
Yeah, I was saying that whoever's going to pay $600,000 instead of buying the jersey, why don't you open up a free grocery store near a homeless shelter right now?
Yeah, I sometimes get a little upset. You guys saw the story where Drew Brees and his wife donated $5 million to relief funds in New Orleans. Why isn't every athlete who's making Brees money, not that there are that many of them, but Tom Brady certainly would be one, why aren't they doing the same thing?
Yeah. On a lighter note, did you see the thing about the suggestion that Tom Brady had for Drew Brees? Do you remember that chick?
Oh, yeah. Tom Brady in his effort, he wants to have Tampa Bay and Tampa Brady trademarked. He said he never understood why Drew Brees didn't get Drew Orleans trademark.
Well, you know what, Chick? Drew Orleans is better than Tampa Bay.
It is. But yeah.
But like Brady needs more money.
In addition to that, Drew Brees has played in New Orleans for the last 15 years and played a major role in helping with the Hurricane Katrina relief. So he actually has a legitimate reason to want to do something like that. Has Tom Brady set foot in Tampa Bay?
Probably for some elaborate tax something.
You're actually helping me here with the plot for my next kid's mystery.
Oh, good.
Oh, what is it about? Can you say?
Well, no, it's the third in a series about a boy and a girl who are 6th graders. In the first book, they were playing soccer, the bench warmers it was called, where it was a boys' soccer team. There was a girls' field hockey team. She was a soccer player, wanted to play on the boys' team, and coach tried to keep her off the team, and some guys didn't want her. And, of course, she was a very good player. And then the second one was about basketball. And the third one, believe it or not, is about tennis. I made them tennis players in the third book. It's called Mixed Doubles, cleverly enough. And I've just started writing it, as I said, with this break. The things I've done during the break are work on that book, write some columns for the Post and Golf Digest, and obviously try to promote Backroads to March every chance I get.
And once again, Backroads to March out there right now. We were just talking to who was it? Oh, Greg Warren, one of our guests, who grabbed that book when he was here, and he's almost finished.
Yeah, comedian Greg Warren is a huge fan of yours, John, and is really enjoying.
I'm glad I have a fan.
Really enjoying that book.
Oh, actually, John.
I know it's not you. I know it's not you, Jack.
No. I before it was my copy of the book, and I autographed it. Thanks a lot, Greg. Much love, John Feinstein, and I gave it to him.
My brother used to do that. My brother used to, he would claim to be me if he was in a place where that impressed people, and then he would sign books for people.
Love it, love it.
Okay. Now, do you have trouble getting the contemporary lingo of a kid that age? Do you run it by your kids to make sure that you're not sounding like?
Yeah, I started doing that when I wrote my first kids book, Last Shot, which was in 2005. My son Danny was 11, and he actually sort of edited the book for me to make sure I didn't sound like, as he said, a total geek.
Yeah.
And my daughter Bridget, when she got old enough, started helping me with the female characters. And now Danny and Bridget are far too cool to help me now. They're 26 and 21. But Jane, who's 9, who has a better vocabulary than me. I mean, it's just ridiculous. She's like her mother. She's now helping me with the book. She's actually read the first 2 in this series and has made numerous suggestions on how I could improve.
So they take out all the keens and groovies.
Yeah, the groovies I got rid of.
Okay.
But I still remember when I was writing Last Shot, and I had the 2 kids messaging each other, instant messaging each other, because that was a big thing back then. And I wrote a sentence where the girl, Susan Carroll, writes to Stevie the boy, "Where are you?" And I wrote, "Where are you?" And Danny looked at it and said, "What are you, a complete idiot? It's the letter R, the letter U, not A-R-E-Y-O-U."
Okay, well, John, we got to run. Thanks so much. Good luck with the book. And,
hey, it was great seeing you guys.
You too, John. You too.
Been too long. I was going to be out there for the regionals, but didn't make it. So
we'll see you next time. We hope.
Soon.
Yeah, we hope.
Yeah,
this is
always
over.
a pleasure.
Okay, now.
Thanks for having me.
Sure. Let's see now. Through the magic of whatever that thing is. What is the? How are we doing this?
Zoom, I think.
Zoom. Is that Zoom?
Is it Zoom?
Zoom. Room of Zoom. Zoom.
Okay. Christy, give me the teaser.
Well, coming up, we have the Friends reunion delayed because of coronavirus. We still have the car in the garden, and a zonkey has been born.
A zonkey?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think I know what that is. Mm-hmm. Those have been around, right?
I follow History Photographed or something, and I think they had a picture of the last zonkey, I think, or something. Am I getting this wrong?
There's a new zonkey.
There's a new
zonkey out there.
Yeah, brand new one.
Zebra donkey.
Yep.
What a cool thing.
Larry Zonkey?
Larry Zonkey.
Very hairy.
Is that anything?
Yes, yeah.
Born in Miami.
Yeah.
God, if they had one in Miami, at the Miami Zoo, they would have to name it Larry.
Larry Zonka.
It's a shame John Feinstein didn't hear that. He would have enjoyed that joke very much. I'll laugh on his behalf. That was very funny, John. I want to say hi to our friends at Napa. They're out there working, and a lot of people that are able to work are working real hard, doing all kinds of things that are keeping us all going. Napa's no exception. Napa cares about all the communities out there, and they want to make sure that your trucks and your cars are running. Napa doing its best to help serve every driver at Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care Centers and NapaOnline.com. You may have some extra time right now. Good idea to go on NapaOnline.com, get the parts you need or the stuff you need at Napa, because you've got some time to work on your car or truck. So if you're headed to the store on your way to just get stuff that you need to keep your home safe, Napa here to provide quality parts and superior service to everybody on the road. They have what we call Napa know-how. Once again, Napa Online, Napa Auto Parts stores, and Napa Auto Care Centers with Napa know-how. We're going to come back and find out about a zonkey. Okay, This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Hi, this is Bob.
And this is Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't forget the laughter after the Bob and Tom Show. You don't have to wait until tomorrow for more Bob and Tom fun. Just keep it tuned right here to Bob and Tom 24/7, because we roll into Bob and Tom's work farce, all the fun without really that much effort. Ace Cosby's your host. Keep your smile going all day. Keep your family guessing what you're up to as you listen to Bob and Tom 24/7 on your headphones and keep laughing and laughing and laughing.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom sports update from Chicago. Former Cubs second baseman Glenn Becker has died of natural causes at the age of 79. He won a Gold Glove in 1968 before earning all-star berths over the next 4 seasons. He had the best strikeout to at-bat ratio in the National League 5 times and finished third in average. He hit a career-high .342 in 1971. Former golfer Doug Sanders has passed away at the age of 86. According to the PGA Tour, through a text from Sanders' ex-wife, Scotty, Sanders still an amateur when he won his first PGA Tour event in 1956 at the Canadian Open. And motor racing great Sterling Moss has passed away at the age of 90. He loved speed. He was from England and widely regarded as the greatest Formula One driver never to win the World Championship. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Hey, Coach. Well, due to coronavirus, our Little League draft has been postponed again.
Yeah.
Little League draft. I tell my kids, take this time during quarantine to figure out what you're going to be. I'll say there's only 2 kinds of kids in baseball. The first kind wants to win, knows he's going to win. The second kind of kid knows he's not going to win. He just wants to show up every year and be seen. Then he drops out. He's called Bernie Sanders. You understand?
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
There's 8 of us in a Jim Walter home. They got Joe genes and my chromosomes, but these young'uns are about to drive me out of my skull. They've lost their minds and you've lost your looks. You think I've slept with the telephone book, but to tell you the truth, I'm only halfway through the queue. And if you try to save this marriage again, I kill you. Louder than an outboard Evan Rude. You got us living on Little League food. You're cooking corn dogs for a 35-year-old man. And you've been laying around like I'm a nurse's aide. I ought to draw checks from Medicaid. You laid on the sofa till your butt turned black and blue. And if you try to save this marriage again, I kill you. Honey, call your lawyer, get him on the phone. Y'all can split everything that I own. Divorce is rough and there's hell to pay, but we don't own anything anyway. Since you turned me into the Internal Revenue. And if you try to save this marriage again, I kill you. Honey, call your lawyer, tell him everything. Man, that fat lady sure could sing. Take the darn house and I wish you luck. There's a hooter girl waiting in the pickup truck. She's a 38D and she just turned 22. And if you try to save this marriage again, I kill you.
Oh, yeah. Hello. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Good morning, Bob and Tom Show.
I'm out of Stony Baker, man. How you guys doing?
Hey,
I'm not going to tell you guys about my neighbor, Mitchell, man, and what happened the other night, man.
Well, what happened?
Mitchell sent his 3 boys over again trying to get me and my mom to buy candy bars to raise money for their stupid all-star team.
Yeah.
First, we tried to sell them we only give money to sick kids and cheerleader car washes, but he wouldn't listen.
Hold on a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They walk away because we don't want to buy the candy bars, right? I swear to God, the youngest one took my for sale sign off my boat right in my face. I went nuts, too, man. I couldn't call the police, right, because I'm on probation still and had beer in the fridge. So
Right.
Well, I waited like 2 hours till after dark, and I took a bath to Mitchell's bird bath again.
Honey, I need you over here now.
What is it, man?
Your drawer doesn't match your receipts again.
Well, your pants don't match your shirt.
You guys can't see the camera, but Christy just
I have very
I said, what size are those? 9s? And then he got really mad.
Hey.
8:45 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Did you the guy before you were blabbing away?
Was that you?
Yeah, that could be some serious cash, so pay close attention. It's going to happen again today on Q95. Let's see, where it was.
Put a grand in your hand, baby.
Christy Lee has a quick update in the forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather. Cloudy, windy, sprinkles possible early. High today, 48. Partly cloudy this afternoon, though. We do have a wind advisory till 8. 39 right now.
Okay. Coming up, a special event Saturday night. I'm going to tell you about that. The audio will be broadcast on Q95 with a bunch of great artists. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Welcome back. Let's see, the Ace Cosby engineer dude over there. I'm distracted because Chick is playing with his teeth.
I'm picking my teeth.
That's what it is.
You
Thank
pick your teeth in Poughkeepsie?
French Connection, ladies.
What movies?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
Okay, there's Josh over there. This is Tom speaking. In the other room behind the glass, it's Christy Lee.
Hi.
And then we have, through the magic of Zoom, we're now looking at the library of Jess Hooker.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Jess.
Did you change the lighting? What's going on in there?
Something did change a little bit.
I turned off the overhead light because I had such good natural light in front of this window, so I went with it.
Looks great.
Is it okay? Did
Yes.
it throw Tom?
Oh,
Did I
you still
wreck it?
have the picture of paramecium there on the wall.
looks
Sure, a
very
lot
good.
of people would say it's a flower arrangement, but
Do
Do you have any paintings on your wall, Tom?
yeah. What about you? Go ahead, ask me what I have on my wall.
What do you have on your wall?
I have the Iron Giant. I have a
Where'd you
Bob-
get that?
You got that for me for Christmas.
Thank you.
I have a Bob Schneider original art piece.
Oh, nice.
I have Rochelle, a movie poster that I hung up over the weekend. You shamed me about it.
Oh, very nice.
And the painting from Goodfellas, where they just whack the guy, and you got one dog going this way, one dog going that way. That guy, that picture.
Okay. Very nice.
His mom painted.
You have no artwork? You have artwork, don't you?
I do. I have a rare Kandinsky that I keep just above the stairwell.
yeah.
That's a couple million, right?
Oh, yeah.
Got that at 7-Eleven.
Has the kid tossed jelly on it yet? Or? Not the Kandinsky! Tonight on Not the Kid. Oh.
Yeah, I don't have an office or anything in my house. I just use one of my son's old rooms, so it's just got his old rock and roll posters up there. Kiss, Cream, Zeppelin,
This
the
new
Beatles,
house
the
you're
Doors.
getting, does it have an office for you?
We'll see. I'm not
Can
sure.
you be
You
honest?
deserve an office.
I don't ask this very often, but be honest with me for like 2 minutes.
Sure.
How many times a day are you just shambling around the house, just mumbling to yourself? Oh, what's her name? Huh?
Mostly right now I'm doing dishes, laundry.
Yeah, I hear you.
Go through a lot of towels, a lot of floor cleaning.
You're going to look back on
vacuuming.
this and say that this is the good old days, aren't you? You're cleaning. Everybody's disinfecting.
Well, as I said weeks ago, I've been training my whole life for this.
Could you describe what any of your furniture feels like? Have you ever sat in any of the furniture?
Yeah.
Do you have a couch?
Do you know if you have a sofa?
Yeah. Do you,
I very rarely sit on the couch.
what color is it? Do you know what color your sofa is?
Bluish. I think.
Because I think we addressed you don't have a chair.
Right.
It's not that's daddy's
yeah,
chair.
but in our kitchen is kind of a small kitchen, but it's kind of attached to a family room, and there are 2 chairs in there. And every once in a while, I'll look at Kelly and go, I'm going to sit for 5 minutes.
I'm sure she's like, great, good.
We have 2 little kids, and there's a lot of cleaning up to do.
Yeah, yeah.
She goes,
there you are.
great. Could you do that outside?
I know our dishwasher doesn't know what hit it.
Same
No,
here.
Mine either.
It will not stop. It
Same
doesn't
here.
stop.
Yeah.
It used to be nice. We could just run it before we went to bed, and now it's just constant. Everything feels constant right now.
it's a lot.
And nobody knows what day it is.
No.
Yeah, we used to do a bit called the Time Channel.
Yeah.
that was mocking all of the ridiculous things. I forget who's doing it. One of the Fox stations did a TV show called "What Day Is It?"
Yeah.
Because it is hard to remember. But we're all doing stuff we wouldn't ordinarily do. I was doing a massive plumbing repair over the weekend with zip ties and a baggie to get a.
Did you guys have a good Easter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very nice. Were you able to as well?
I did. Yes, I did a traditional. We do an Easter pie for Easter, and it's
so
an Italian dish. It's
Bunny?
actually
It's like Bunny Rabbit?
no, it's not a sweet dish. It's a. I think it's actually called like pizza rustica is what they call it, but we call it Easter pie. So
nice.
I
Delicious.
did that. Yeah.
We did an Easter egg hunt in the morning. We did the thing where you put the eggs in the spinning machine. That
my
Josh got
kids
us.
were so jealous of that.
Yeah, I'll look for those again.
Yeah.
They cost about $6. And
Well, it's 30. I looked at. I almost ordered one for Christy because she was.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
my
my
kids
daughter
were so
spins the eggs.
excited.
And I thought,
you take
well,
pens and make these cool striped eggs.
They
So we
were a
did all
Shark
that.
Tank item.
Easter's.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
So we had the Easter egg hunt.
I cooked a French toast breakfast.
Oh, good.
Yeah, bacon, eggs, French toast.
Then you woke everybody else up.
And then I made some cereal for the other two.
Did the dishes.
Woke them up. Yeah, did the dishes. Hid the evidence. And then said, "Hey."
Then I hid the leftovers.
Enjoy your Crispix, punks. And then I.
Sorry, we're out of syrup.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, there's no milk.
Is there anything you guys are doing right now, like a secret place that you can go and get away from everybody else in your house?
Oh God,
like
no.
mine is. My pantry is under our stairs, and so you can go in the way back of the pantry, and I have a little stool back there.
Oh, like Harry Potter's room?
Yeah, kind of. And I'll just scroll my phone for a little bit and just get some quiet.
Good,
It's actually
good.
nice.
That's good.
Yeah.
Take a breath.
Because you've got
Let's just go to the bathroom, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have a place like that? Tom, I doubt you do.
No,
but-
my house is very weird. It was built in 1932, and it was built out of cinder blocks, and there's almost no closets, and it's just this weird ranch house.
Yeah.
No, I'll take the dogs out for a little bit.
Have
of
you
peace.
noticed? Are you talking to your dogs more?
Oh,
it
my
seems
God.
like it seems. I had an argument with him yesterday, and all they want to do is sit there and wag their tails.
I actually sat down in a chair yesterday. Thought, oh God, maybe just sit for 5 minutes. And Winnie walks up to me, a 2-year-old that's supposedly going to get spayed this week.
Yeah.
Just walks up very casually.
She make a pass at you?
Very slowly, just climbs up on the couch and it's a chair.
Yeah.
And just sits down next to me, looks at me like, hey. What's going on?
Well, that's nice.
I went, Winnie, you're not allowed up here.
Unless you're invited, right?
No, she's not allowed up there. She knows that. I'm
Is Winnie your dog, or is she one of your foster dogs?
No, she's my dog.
Okay.
Maisie's
Maisie's the
mom's
foster's dog.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I've got an extra dog right now. But
Yeah.
So you have to put up with Winnie forever.
Oh, I love Winnie, but Maisie likes to dig. The reason I almost have a broken ankle is because of the hidden hole in the lawn.
That's either
That or the moles.
The stupidest dog or the smartest dog I've ever heard of.
I'm not sure. Well, let's get back to the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk with Christy Lee. Christy?
Speaking of animals, a wildlife trust in Kenya rescued a zebra that unexpectedly gave birth to a zonkey, which is a hybrid of a zebra and a donkey. The Sheldrick
Ironically,
Wildlife Trust.
not white. That'd be a cross between a horse and a donkey, a honky.
You know,
I knew it. I knew it.
When
I
he
just
started
knew.
this, I thought, well, this can't be good. And I was absolutely correct.
Has honky gone out of fashion?
Yes.
Don't
Ace,
you think?
Ace, you ever throw the word honky out?
I have not.
Oh, okay.
Has any white person ever been offended by being called a honky?
I hope not. It's so ridiculous.
I don't think it really.
The sound is ridiculous.
What's the origin?
I think
we
it has to
know?
do with
there were these
with
clowns.
beeping cars.
Beeping of horns?
I think it's something about that.
Oh, white people always honking their horns, man. We honkies.
Look at them. They always be honking their horn.
I think so. I'd have to look it up.
The Sheldrick Wildlife Trust said the female zebra wandered out of Tsavo East National Park and rescued by the trust in May of 2019. The animal surprised the team by giving birth to a foal. Members of the team noticed the foal was suspiciously light on stripes and overwhelmingly tawny in color.
Now, isn't there a donkey somewhere, a male just whistling, smoking a cigarette?
Yeah.
The zonkey combines the sturdy body of its donkey sire and the striped legs of its zebra mother, which makes for a pretty striking creature.
They are cool looking.
While it should otherwise lead a normal life, zonkies are mules, meaning that it will be unable to successfully breed once it reaches maturity.
Well, God puts an end to it real quickly, yes, but
she'll have to adopt.
Zonky.
Zonky.
I had never heard of that. There's a picture of it. It is a very odd-looking critter. But yeah, I just looked up honky.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Picture of you came up.
It,
you and your white, your English cream golden retrievers.
It's disputed. It says predominantly heard in the United States. It is considered an insult to white people. Apparently, this says popularized by the black activist H. Rap Brown.
Huh.
It says
certainly caught on.
The exact origins are generally unknown.
Okay.
Wasn't it used widely on Sanford and Son, or what was the?
Big dummy.
I think George Jefferson would throw it around.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it didn't really have the sting.
No.
No one ever goes, hey, man, I don't know if you heard it. Ace used the H word.
Yeah, we haven't had to resort to saying H word for this. Yeah.
Yeah, he wouldn't get.
And I've never walked up to chick and gone, my honka.
Ace wouldn't get cut off the NASCAR
honky,
circuit
please.
for saying honky.
Yeah.
Honky, please.
Once again, who would have thought that the zonky would lead to this moment of cultural criticism?
The zonky's pretty cute little thing.
I like the zonkies, yeah.
I'm sorry, but the zonkey can't reproduce on its own.
No, it's a mule. It can't.
My grandpa called Cheetos zonkers.
Oh,
really?
Screaming yellow zonkers. Do you remember these?
No.
Oh.
Yeah,
it was like popcorn, like a glaze, like a super duper.
Oh, so it actually was a snack food?
Super duper caramel corn.
We just thought he was insane.
Yes, I do
coming up,
remember.
we're going to talk with comedian,
some of them donkeys.
comedian actor Billy Gardell. You probably know him from Mike and Molly, and we'll talk with him about Bob Hart's Abishola coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom 24/7.
I only need to say this once a day, every day, but for everything Bob and Tom, check out bobandtom.com. All the latest highlights, news, information, plus links to all of our social media sites. We know you kids love your social media. You can also access Bob and Tom's VIP from there. Of course, much, much more. And don't forget, you can email us, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. Send us a request, something you want to hear, a song, a comedian, a bit, something you haven't heard in a while. We'll see if we can't dig it up and get it on the air for you. An instant request, so to speak, right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. It's what we do.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Tornadoes pounded the deep south and killed at least 8 in South Mississippi and northern Louisiana. Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves has declared a state of emergency in his state. The Weather Service said large parts of the South will remain at risk for severe weather. The United States' top infectious disease expert says the economy in parts of the country could have a rolling re-entry as early as next month, provided health authorities can quickly identify and isolate people who will inevitably be infected with the coronavirus. Dr. Anthony Fauci also says he can't guarantee that it will be safe for Americans to vote in person on Election Day.
Hey, 8:58 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Cloudy, windy, still some sprinkles around mainly to the south of I-70 right now. It'll be partly cloudy this afternoon and a high of 48. There is a wind advisory in effect for central Indiana until 8 p.m. You could see gusts of up to 40 miles per hour. Tonight, variable cloudiness, low 35, and then cloudy on Tuesday with a high of 46. Right now, cloudy skies and 39 degrees.
Thank you, Christy Lee. Got a request for this from Plainfield. I'm not sure what they're growing in the fields of Plainfield, but
plains.
maybe it's reefer.
I always heard that his herb was top shelf. I just could not wait to find out for myself.
Don't knock it till you've tried it. Well, I've tried it, my friend. And I'll never smoke weed with Willie again.
I learned a hard lesson in a small Texas town.
He fired up a fat boy and he passed him around.
The last words I spoke before they tucked me in.
I'll never smoke weed with Willie again.
I'll never smoke
weed with Willie again. My party's all over before it began. You can pour me some old Whiskey River, my friend, but I'll never smoke weed with Willie again.
I hopped on his old bus, the Honeysuckle Road.
The party was Vegas, it was after the show.
Alone in the front lounge, just me and him.
With one parting puff, Grim Creeper sat in. I'll never smoke weed with Willie again. My party's all over before it began. You can pour me some old Whiskey River, my friend, but I'll never smoke weed with Willie again.
Now we're passing the guitar, telling good jokes.
I know one's a-comin' 'cause I'm smelling smoke.
No, I do not partake. I just let it pass by.
With a smile on my face and a great contact high. I'll never smoke weed, Willie again. My party's all over before it began. You can pour me some old Whiskey River, my friend, but I'll never smoke weed with Willie again.
In the fetal position, with drool on my chin.
I messed up and smoked weed with Willie again.
Toby Keith, Scotty Emmerich in the Q95 studios, an absolute classic. Right now we turn to Christy Lee because...
Because, friends, these are serious times, and there's nothing more important than the health and safety of you, your loved ones, and our community. That's why Westgate Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram encourages you to take care of your family, look out for your friends and neighbors, be kind and patient to those who are helping to keep us safe, healthy, and fed. So let's use the internet for appointments, groceries, shopping. Be kind to your cashier or stock person because they're working to help keep you fed and healthy. And let's thank our first responders and healthcare professionals. And we, of course, appreciate all the truckers out there keeping our food and supplies moving along. But if you need to buy a new vehicle or service the one you have, my friends at Westgate want you to know they're here if you need them and doing whatever they can to support their customers. Simply go to westgateauto.com.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Coming up, another shot at $1,000, so pay attention. Also, I want to remind you, Saturday night is going to be a special evening on Q95 and ABC, NBC, and CBS. What I'm talking about is a special event that'll feature Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, and Stephen Colbert getting together, along with Paul McCartney, Elton John, Billy Joe Armstrong, Eddie Vedder, Stevie Wonder, and more. It'll be a big concert, a big benefit show. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Happy to be here. We are worldwide on American Forces Radio, worldwide on YouTube as well. Getting email from all over the world. We'd love to hear from you. Please send us more. You can find out what's going on in anybody's life. We'd like to know what's going on in yours.
Yes.
In this room, just four of us. Josh Arnold's over there, a solid 11 feet from me. Chick McGee probably 14 feet away. Ace Cosby, 10, 12. Christy Lee is through the glass.
So I'm really far away in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
As the crow flies, probably 15 feet, but with the glass and everything, we feel protected.
Sure.
Even farther away is Jess Hooker in her home with the Zoom hookup. Jess, once again, good to see you. You look really nice on the TV.
You got the ring light going?
No, this is natural light from my window. I get to see my big, beautiful backyard. It's so green.
Oh,
it's really nice.
Anything going on back there?
Yeah. There's some patio pillows that are flying across the yard right now.
Oh, check local listing.
You still have the critter underneath the shed? That critter?
Oh, the Loch Ness barn monster. Yeah, there's something that lives under my barn. I'm not sure what it is.
Oh.
But, we just don't bother each other.
It's probably a possum.
I think it's a groundhog.
No,
really?
It's probably one. It's probably Greg Warren or one of our comedian friends. Anything for shelter.
Could be Bob Zaney.
I still think Bob Zaney has the best joke I've heard during this horrific event.
He may.
Do you remember how it went?
Sure. Yeah. The coronavirus, they say, can live up to 4 days on the toilet. That's 3 more days than Elvis.
So would it be funny, 3 or 3.5? I mean,
well, I see what you're doing.
I'm getting at.
No
Okay.
need to dissect it. Let's just go back to the Navy
3
Federal
hours,
Credit Union news desk
3
with
days,
Christy Lee.
23 hours. Okay.
Speaking of backyards, a UK man doing some yard work has uncovered a 1950s era car in his garden. 40-year-old John Brayshaw of Spen Valley discovered what he believes is a 55 or 56 Ford Popular 103E while starting a deck project in his backyard. Brayshaw said he initially thought he'd found an old air raid shelter before realizing it was a nearly intact car, complete with the registration plate. Only thing missing was the wheels.
You know, Tom, I hope Tom agrees with me on this. This sounds like some sort of project I'd start. And then it's like, oh, well, you got a car buried underneath your deck. We can't replace this. Why? It's going to cost another $10,000.
There has to be why would anyone bury a car? There can't be a good reason to do. I'm looking at the picture.
The driver wasn't in there, was it?
Well,
that's the only reason to bury him.
I don't know.
Has he opened the trunk yet?
I've been watching Dateline a lot. Yeah. Locked up, yeah.
It's right there.
Or forensic files. Oh, my.
I assume that maybe the guy that did it was hoping to get a bumper crop.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Man, that's a better joke than I want to admit.
No, it isn't.
A bumper crop.
It's a car buried in this guy's garden. And once he found it, he kept digging.
Given all the variables.
Well, wouldn't you?
It's not bad.
If you found something, I would
could have been a lot.
digging. Yeah.
Maybe this is
could have been a treasure chest.
Yeah.
What is it about? I plainly remember when I would not have any interest in this at all, but right now I'm thinking maybe I get one of those metal detectors and shamble around the backyard.
You know what? You have to do it.
I got to do it,
Be metal
right?
detector guy.
Yes.
Yeah, your own backyard, you'll probably find a couple stray roofing nails.
You never know. Boy, oh boy. Just like you to crap all over my green.
Who knows what you can find, my friend?
Yeah.
Thank you, Josh.
Treasures abound.
Be optimistic.
Yes.
You're definitely dressed for it. You look like the guy with the
That's right.
metal detector.
By the way, more
in your pajamas and slippers.
More
Yeah.
suggestions coming in about my
swobe.
Is it a robe? Is it a sweater? It's a swobe.
Yes.
Once again, Chick got that from the Ozzie Nelson will.
There's some not nice comments about it's a shawl, old man, stuff like that.
So I'm sorry,
sweater.
if you bury a car, my guess is that when the guy, whoever buried it, probably called the insurance company and said, my car's been stolen.
Well, there's that.
Oh.
Or someone stole it and buried it because they didn't want it to be found because they took the wheels off of it. Maybe they just wanted the wheels.
Remember that news story where somebody was missing from their town for like 35 years, and then somebody in the town got a drone and they were videoing from like 50
You saw that
feet,
on TikTok.
50 feet
Jesus.
in
Yes,
the
you
air.
did. Yes, you did.
And you look down on the lake and the car's in the lake, but you couldn't
could
see
see
it
it.
because of the
Yeah.
drone.
Oh, wow.
Was that on TikTok?
Yeah, it was. It was a video on TikTok.
That still doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Was the guy
It did,
in it?
yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yes, he was, yeah.
Bones and all, man.
Yikes.
Yikes.
The only time I saw that they got the car out.
Yeah.
It was one of those places where they pick up boats. Those things, they put the two straps under the boat and they lift the boat up and they back it up.
Yeah.
Put it into storage.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my favorite Tom story.
And they would put like a horse, what do you call it, a sawhorse in front of the thing. So if you pulled in, you wouldn't accidentally drive and drop into the harbor in Harbor Springs, Michigan. Unfortunately.
But Tom would sit on the bench.
No, this
while
is
people put their boats in.
This isn't the ramp.
different.
This is a imagine it's a cutaway in like a concrete dock. Does that make sense? And a large vessel could go in there. They would put these huge straps underneath it, and then they would lift the boat up with this kind of crane device.
And put it in dry storage. Yeah.
Well, one day in the winter, a car wasn't really paying attention. They drove in there, and the next morning, someone noticed the break in the ice. There was a car in there.
Yikes.
A couple folks in there.
Couple people cubes.
Couple folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a cold.
Yeah.
Because
exceptionally cold winter.
I believe the unfortunate thing was that
Peepsicles?
you couldn't open the doors because the walls. Yeah, that's really not a very pleasant story.
No, that's awful. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they froze to death.
Sorry.
Wow.
After all these years, I don't think you know what we're supposed to be doing here on the radio. I don't think you know that.
In all these years, you've never shared that story with us. I'm amazed.
There's more to it that I'm not going to tell.
Oh, God.
Can you imagine what he's not telling us?
I was a friend of the cop. He told me the cool stuff.
Couple folks in there.
Okay, now this guy. So back to your story. So some guy's in his garden.
Yeah, over in the UK.
Puts a shovel in the thing, hits metal, keeps digging. There's a car buried there.
Sure. Everything but the wheels.
I'm doing this. I'm doing it.
Car salesman says, "What's it going to take to put you in this car?" Well, first of all, a trowel.
Yeah.
Remember my favorite TV show, The Detectorists from England, where the two guys going around.
Yeah, with a metal detector?
Metal detectors? Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is me, Tom.
What did they find?
Oh, all sorts.
I'm sure there's a website for people to do that. That every week there's some incredible find.
Oh, sure.
Some guy.
Is there a name for that person? Like a
detector,
metallologist?
They found.
Did you say lonely?
I did. Yeah.
Hey, honey, listen. It's not that I don't want to hear you yammer for the rest of it. As much as I care about the upstairs at your sister's house. I was thinking I'd put these headphones on and just wander aimlessly.
Yeah. No. I want to hear why we hate her.
Collect some pull tabs.
No. You're going to change my opinion. I know why we hate her. Okay, but I'm going to go out in the backyard.
Okay, right now, Christy and I want to tell you about something that's actually these times. There's never a better time to check into something called Stamps.com because we're using all kinds of services out there, including UPS, and they've just cut a deal with Stamps.com. Tell them about it, Christy.
I would, Tom. Here we go. Whether you're a small office and sending invoices or you're an online seller that's shipping out products, and even a warehouse that has thousands of packages to get out today, Stamps.com can handle this all with ease because all you have to do is use your computer. That's right. You print official U.S. postage 24/7, any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send it. And with Stamps.com, check this out. You get 5 cents off every first-class stamp and up to 40% off shipping rates. And there's no equipment to lease and no long-term commitments. Anybody who's had a mailroom or had to deal with the mailroom and deal with those big postage machines that had all that ink and stuff in it, no, not a problem. And right now, Tom, aren't they offering a special discount for UPS services?
Yeah, this is really kind of cool. In addition to offering the U.S. Postal Service rate, Stamps.com has a special thing going on with UPS, up to 60% off. And with Stamps.com, you won't have to pay that UPS residential surcharge. Stamps.com, truly a no-brainer, saving you time and money, especially if you've got a small business. Maybe you're running out of your house. This is the time to check this out.
You don't want to be waiting in line at the post office these days.
No.
It's a special offer with a 4-week trial, plus free postage and a digital scale without any long-term commitment. So you go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top, type in Bob and Tom, please. It'll help us. It'll help you. It'll help them. Stamps.com. Enter the code Bob and Tom. Save yourself a bunch of time, trouble, and save yourself a lot of money. We're coming right back. We're going to be talking with actor and comedian Billy Gardell about Bob Hart's Abishola. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Bob.
And this is Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, if you missed any part of today's show or would like to hear it again, let your friends and family know that Bob and Tom's Repeat at 3 p.m., hosted by Christopher, is free and available for you starting at 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll replay today's show back-to-back right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. For the first time in its lengthy history, Saturday Night Live held an all-quarantine version, with stars delivering taped material primarily from their homes. Coronavirus survivor Tom Hanks was the guest host, with Chris Martin the musical guest, and cameos from Larry David portraying Bernie Sanders and Alec Baldwin as President Donald Trump. Social distancing will keep fans of Friends from cozying up with a planned reunion of the TV show. Production on the reboot has been delayed, like most entertainment productions, by the virus. The special, featuring the entire Friends cast, was to be part of the May launch of HBO Max, but no taping was done before the COVID-19 scare hit, making it unlikely anything will be churned out in time for next month's launch of HBO's new streaming service. And the handwritten lyrics to Hey Jude that Paul McCartney used during the 1968 Beatles recording session sold at auction for $910,000 Friday. Julian's Auctions reports the plain sheet of paper was expected to sell for $180,000. The buyer was not disclosed. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show is on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Do you own a pair of sweatpants?
I hate sweatpants.
Please tell me you have loungewear, like something you don't just wear jeans or something every day, do you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you imagine Tom in a wife beater?
With a cigarette hanging out of
and
his
a
mouth.
spaghetti sauce stain right there.
And 2 ice cubes of bourbon and a rocks glass.
All right, who left the crayons out?
I said, listen.
We make that video of you in a white beater. Hi!
Oh,
That'll
Tom.
go viral.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Bob. What are you doing out here?
Same thing you're doing. You got a light?
We are smoking in front of the building. We are standing. We are talking. But mostly we are smoking. We are smoking in front of the building. We are smoking in front of the building. We are puffing. We are gagging. We are happy because we're smoking. We are smoking in front of the building. Hacking, wheezing, barely breathing, choking, croaking. We love smoking.
9:16, Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you, Ace Cosby legend. We have an update on the weather forecast from Christy Lee.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by our good friends at CarX. Cloudy, windy, and high of 48. Could see some partly cloudy skies this afternoon. We'll have variable cloudiness overnight down to 35. Another cloudy day on Tuesday. Still chilly, high 46. A wind advisory remains in effect until 8 p.m. here for central Indiana. We could see gusts of up to 40 miles per hour. It's currently 39.
Got another quick request we're going to squeeze in. It's Rodney Carrington.
Getting married to my pickup truck. It never leaves me when I'm down on my luck. It doesn't shop at fancy stores or have a lawyer or want a divorce. It doesn't care if I stay out late. It doesn't bet you about the money I make. We'll be together till the end. It won't sleep with my best friend. I'm gonna get down on one knee. Ask my truck if it'll marry me. I'll never drive another car. We'll honeymoon at the topless bar. I'm gonna have the time of my life. The exhaust pipes are tighter than my ex-wife. You think I'm crazy, but listen to this. I can bring home a hooker and it won't get pissed. No wedding ring won't cost me $1 when I get married to my pickup truck.
Rodney Carrington in the live day version of Married to My Pickup Truck.
Mm-hmm.
One word was obscured in there. I'm not exactly sure what was going on. I don't know exactly what happened there. Coming up your shot at some serious cash. Pay close attention to what the man says. Also, a special event coming Saturday night. It's going to be supporting healthcare workers, and it's going to be available on Q95 with some great audio. Also, it'll be on ABC, NBC, and CBS. Interesting thing, co-hosted by Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, and Stephen Colbert from their home, featuring the likes of Paul McCartney, Elton John, and more, coming up Saturday night. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. How's everybody doing?
Great.
Okay, how about you?
I'll take attendance. Ace Cosby,
present.
Engineer. Sports guy, Chick McGee.
Oh.
There you go. Josh Arnold, sidekick.
Hi.
This is Tom speaking. And then through the glass, Christy Lee.
Hi.
That wasn't very enthusiastic.
Hi, I'm at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. Happy to be here, sir.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That feels good. We're going to hook up with comedian and actor Billy Gardell in just a second. In the meantime, to review some of the exciting stuff that happened in the world of sports over the weekend. Well, nothing really happened.
I was going to say.
There was
what you were watching.
A horse competition on ESPN.
I can't believe you didn't watch that. You were so excited.
You were excited about
I taped it.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Really?
Let us know. Let us know what you think.
All right,
It's kind of busy. I just want to see. I just it would be extremely awkward if one of the ladies from the WNBA got an HO. It creates a very awkward thing for the announcers.
You know.
Yeah, they had to be careful, I'm sure. Yeah.
When the news outlets report this,
Yeah.
it's not going to.
Oh, I love this. I'm watching
sound real good.
Billy Gardell trying to figure out if this thing's working. Can he hear us yet?
Who knows?
Oh, there he goes. There we
There
go.
he is.
Look at that handsome
Oh,
face.
Billy, it's so great to see you.
It's so good to see you guys, man. How are you?
Good.
All right.
I was just telling a story off the air that probably should stay off the air. I can remember you came in here. You came in here many years ago with Tim Wilson, and I don't even know if you remember this. And you had shaved one side of your head, kind of like a crew cut on like the left side of your head, with really long hair on the right, which became fashionable about a decade later. It looked like you were getting a haircut and there was an emergency. You had to leave.
A little, like a decade. I'm a decade ahead of the
You're a
curve. When I
trendsetter.
do, it's a bad idea. When I do, it's just a bad idea.
I must say, first of all, your hair looks great, but you're not going to be able to get a hair. You're not going to be able to get a haircut for.
There's got to be some sort of formula for the baldest person so just preoccupied with other people's hair.
No, but
it's amazing.
I mean, is your wife cutting your hair? What's going on there? Because I mean,
No, not yet, man. And I got it kind of glued down in the back because when you're fat, you don't get your hair doesn't hang down. You just get that stupid duct tape. I'm trying to keep that from popping out, man. But if that's my worst problem, then I'm blessed.
Okay, so and I don't want to dwell on the visual elements of this. We are speaking with the actor and comedian Billy Gardell. We'll talk about his show in just a second. The mustache, your choice or the producers?
That was my choice. I lost my dad about a year ago, and he wore a mustache from when he was 50 to 60. And so when I turned 50 last year, I started growing a mustache. And then Chuck Lorre, who has been more than kind to me and more than any one person deserves, came to me and said, I got another show, and I think you're the guy. And I'm like, you did this with me once. You don't have to trot me out. But he was like, I think you're the guy. And then when I read Detroit compression sock salesman 50 had a heart attack, to me, that just screamed mustache. So I thought that we'd stick with it.
Yeah, the fact that he compression sock salesman.
Yeah.
God, that's funny. Chuck Lorre's.
Where do you even come up with that, right?
Yeah, Chuck produced one of my favorite shows of all time, Mike and Molly, that happened to also feature Billy Gardell.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
And what, Big Bang
Very,
Theory?
very blessed.
A lot of great shows. So tell us now. This is the final one tonight. When is it coming? Tonight or tomorrow?
Well, tonight is our. We usually do 22 episodes, but we shut down early because our people were kind of on this. Our leadership out here was really on this thing with the coronavirus, and they very smartly shut us down. And so we didn't do episode 21 or 22, and God willing, we'll start with those in August. This is our last original episode, but then I think they're going to re-air the show for people who haven't seen it yet. And look, that's all this is, man. We're just hoping to be like everybody else, like what you guys are providing. You guys provide information, but you also provide a distraction and some entertainment. And I think we need that right now. And, this is our contribution. A half hour tonight. Hopefully you'll laugh. There's some heartfelt moments. I think it's great chemistry and a great show. And if you're looking for a half-hour break, we might be it for you tonight.
The show is Bob, and then do you say Hartz? Bob Hartz Abishola? How do you?
Bob Hart's Abishola, and it's funny because they used that emoji, and when the show first came out, it was the first show to use an emoji, and apparently everybody got mad because they couldn't type it into the computer.
Yeah, it does create a problem.
I don't know how any of it works. It's just trouble.
How did that start with the I Heart New York?
Probably.
I don't know.
Maybe that, yeah. Possibly.
Okay. Billy Gardell, stand-up comedian and actor. I have seen every episode of Mike and Molly probably 3 times. Can I ask you real quick, the other cast members from Mike and Molly, how are they doing?
Well, Reno, who played my partner, who played Carl, Officer Carl, is on an NBC show called The Good Girls, which is doing very well. Niambi, who was Samuel in the Diner, he's on a show called The Good Fight on CBS All Access. Swoozie Kurtz, who played my mother-in-law, she is on Man with a Plan. Katie Mixon got her own show, American Housewife.
Yeah.
And the woman who played my mother, Rondi Reed, just finished a Broadway run before the quarantine.
She was
Wicked.
She was amazing.
And I'm just hoping something good happens from Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, maybe this year.
Needs a break, yeah.
I have a feeling she's due. I have a feeling.
And who was the gentleman who played Swoozie's husband?
Oh, he's one of my all-time favorites. Lou Mastillo.
Yes.
Vince. He just did, again, over the summer, we got to go see him. My son wants to be an actor, too. So Lou did they did a stage version of Key Largo. Remember the old movie Key Largo? Sure. And he was the heavy, and he was the second heavy. The first heavy was Andy Garcia.
Oh.
So we got to go out and see them do Key Largo, which was phenomenal. And then he had another play scheduled in New York, but obviously they're going through it right now, so all that stuff's put on pause. But, we've been very blessed. Everybody landed on their feet, which is pretty amazing.
That guy makes me howl. There was kind of
he's the only guy, honest to God, he's the only guy that could break me during the scenes. He's the only guy that, I had to hear him say it in that voice 4 or 5 times so I could not laugh. Because he's a mutant. He's that funny off camera, not trying to be.
Yeah.
He doesn't push, you know what I mean? That's just who he is. And you see those big eyes, those bug eyes, and those fingers coming at you. You can't not laugh at him.
We're speaking with Billy Gardell. And Billy's television program will be airing this evening.
Long-time friend of the show. I like to put that in there.
Absolutely.
Any special moments about tonight's show you want to talk about?
I think every time that we've done this show, there's been a moment of watching people who wouldn't normally connect and find that human quality together. And I think that's become the staple of this show. And I think, like I said, I think it's a show that the whole family can watch. There's 2 things going on. There's a guy who's trying to take care of his business in a tough economy. And then the other side of it is a hardworking immigrant family that's come to this country to build a better life for their family. And I think when those roads interconnect, we remember, wow, America, these things really happen. And this is a really cool thing to see. So I'm real proud of it.
Good. And then are you going to be, what are you watching? If you're obviously stuck at home like everybody else, have you been watching anything in particular?
Well, I'm like you guys, man. I'm jonesing so hard for sports. I would literally watch 2 cats race down the street if they would allow that. It's just brutal. But the television shows I'm wrapped up in right now is I'm a big Homeland fan.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the new Westworld. My wife watches this Outlander thing, and I just to torture her, what I do is I've never seen it. She's in episode 6, so I'll just come in mid-show and go, "Who's that guy? What's he doing? Is he mad at her?"
Okay, Billy Gardell, Bob Hart's Abishola tonight. Thank you so much, Billy. Best of luck, and we'll hope that you get to finish off those episodes.
Yes.
See ya.
I love you guys. I remain a fan, and thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Bye, Billy.
You look great, by the way.
Yes.
I like the mustache. Thank you very much. Great head of hair. Boy, that pisses me off.
Oh, he's a handsome man.
Very handsome.
Why does it make you mad?
I thought we hung up on him. Don't let him hear all this. Hang up the phone.
Why in the hell?
He looks thin.
Remember, yeah, he does look thin.
Doesn't he?
Remember when he came in and he had the head, like the butch haircut on this side and the long on the other? And
the first time I ever saw him do stand-up, he had that.
And that would become kind of a thing
Was
about
that part of his bit?
a decade later. I don't know.
No, it was just kind of a...
Just
It was a bold move.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially for a big guy.
Right.
Typically, big guys don't want to draw attention to anything.
You have to realize how much time you spend on other people's haircuts.
Well, I mean...
It's a lot.
So I've got an idea.
It's a lot.
I've got an idea. Before I start looking like Bernie Sanders, I've got to get a haircut.
What are you going to do?
Well, I think what we're going to do, I'm going to have Kelly's haircut guy tell her how to do it on Visual Connection.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Like go on Zoom,
Sure.
and then he can tell her what to do because she goes, I've never cut hair. I have no idea how to do it.
Okay.
Oh, I think she could do it. She'd be great. I think she'd do a great job.
Well, there's also, it depends on the mood. You don't want to.
Yeah, you don't want to hand her a sharp object.
Yeah, you don't want to hand her scissors. Right after.
Good point.
The girls have been having a screaming day. Just saying.
Yeah.
So
when the moment's right.
These are on. You know that.
Yeah, but she can't hear because the girls are having their school lessons.
Oh, she
right
won't
now.
find out, will she, chick?
No. Yeah.
Nobody will
She'll
tell
find
her.
out the best way. She'll hear from a person who heard from a person.
Now, this is her idea. So that way she can get some professional instruction.
Yeah.
Tom, it's not that big a deal. There's not that much hair.
I wish I could do it. I would do it for you.
Right.
I could do it. Anybody with a pair of clippers?
I know,
put
but
them on like a 6.
he won't let.
Ace
not
could
gonna
do
let
it.
us near him.
Ace cuts his own hair. He could cut
Ace
yours.
cuts his hair.
Yeah, but then I'd have to stand in front of him.
See, he won't let us
with
near him.
with my back to his face.
Oh, you know what you should do?
We could put clippers on a 10-foot
Ace,
pole.
fill a spritzer with some warm water, and then when you're behind him, achoo, and then spray that thing all on the back of his neck.
There you go. Bingo.
That's a very funny idea. Nothing funnier right now than thinking you're giving someone a death sentence.
Yeah, I guess there is
That's
it's a bit of a dark prank.
That is hilarious.
You're right. Kind of a dark prank.
I'm
sure.
sorry. Where were we? I'm not sure I showed you the one about the beauty salon that's sneaking customers in. Have you seen this story?
I haven't seen that story.
Why are people doing this?
Yes.
Because a third of Americans don't get it. I don't know if you've read it, done any reading. An Ohio beauty salon has been sneaking customers in. And they're considered non-essential right now, which is why everyone's having to cut their own hair.
Oh, yeah, that place Contagious Sam's.
Wouldn't it actually, if you were looking for a joke, it would probably be, most hair salons have those bad puns.
Yeah, oh, sure, yeah.
You know, hair apparent.
Sure.
Right.
Curl up and die.
You know, start thinking along those terms. Yeah, I know. See, curl up and die would be perfect.
Yeah.
Except they'd spell it
D-I-E.
This is in South Euclid, which is suburban Cleveland. The Beauté Room Salon.
You know he said that?
Beauté.
No, it's spelled. Help me here.
B-E-A-U-T-E.
Accent grave. What is that thing? It's B-E-A-U-T-E
Yeah.
with a thingy over it.
There's a salon here with that name.
A ramp going, whatever that thing is. Okay. One good thing about English, we don't have too many of those weirdo things.
No, we got a lot of the weirdo stuff. We got all that out. Yeah, we gentrified most of that out.
Yeah, feminine and masculine. My ass.
Accent grave. My ass. This is America.
Right.
Take that umlaut and shove it.
Oh, God.
Right, baby.
So I guess they arrested him. Wow. So have you thought of a good one yet?
Oh,
I didn't know we were on the clock.
I thought Contagious Sam's was a home run. I wasn't going to bother.
But it doesn't sound like the name of a...
Well, there's Fantastic
They're Fantastic
Sam's.
Sam's. You don't know-
I was trying not to
You don't
mention
know
the
what
actual...
Fantastic Sam's?
I'd never heard of Fantastic
Because
Sam's.
Tom isn't
I don't get my
aware.
hair cut there.
See, yeah.
Well, then you're missing out.
Great clips. Great.
It's fantastic.
Great sniffs. I don't know.
No, I don't know. Something on... I don't know. I'm sorry. In any event, they also do nails at this place.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so The Underground Nail Road. I don't know. Probably really not something you want to joke about. So now you've got two problematic references in the same joke.
You know what? I think it's okay because no one's going to believe it. I think.
Right.
Yeah.
No, the news is busy with other stuff.
Yeah. They're only going to hear it third or fourth. How about British Hairways? You can do something with that. No?
They're not going to be paying attention to us.
Sherlock Holmes.
You got locks and combs in that one.
Jack the Clipper.
See, that sounds good because then you have the element of killing someone in there.
Oh, here you go, Joshy. Scissor Sisters.
Okay, so don't do that. Don't open up your place right now, please.
No, don't bootleg anything. None of these speakeasy type things.
All right. Okay, Christy Lee once again at the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. What have you got over there?
I don't know if you watched Saturday Night Live over the weekend, but for the first time in its lengthy history, they held an all-quarantine version with stars delivering taped material primarily from their homes. Coronavirus survivor Tom Hanks was the guest host.
He sure was.
With Chris Martin, the musical guest.
His monologue was really entertaining. It's very good. Yeah.
Larry
Standing
David.
in his house.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I'm just saying he's standing in his house. And
Yeah, I can't wait to watch it. I did not get to see it. We were going to watch, the girls and I are going to watch that today. Larry David portrayed Bernie Sanders, Alec Baldwin, President Donald Trump. And of course, you can imagine there were quite a few skits and
I didn't
very
see it
interesting that they had to do that.
Good on
And
them for doing
I was
something.
busy convincing my girls that the Easter Bunny was confined to an oxygen tent.
Oh my God!
We had kind of a light turnout.
Wow, this whole section here should be boxed up
and put in the warehouse at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, way in the back.
Just kidding. No, we
Top men.
We had a lovely Easter.
No, we did. We dyed eggs. Josh got us this thing where the eggs spin around. You take pens and make these cool designs. Kelly had eggs with all kinds of candy in them.
That's so nice.
We had pot pies for a special Easter, and I did not know that the honey baked ham place was open.
Yes, we did a honey baked ham, and then I made au gratin potatoes, sweet potato casserole, broccoli cheese.
I found this out.
And banana bread with chocolate chips.
When you put coins in the eggs, in some of the plastic eggs,
yes,
best to put the same amount of coins in each egg, because after the 3-year-old has opened up the egg with 75 cents and the egg with 50 cents, when she opens up the egg with 1 quarter in it, there are complaints.
Are you kidding?
Absolutely.
At 3?
I don't blame her.
Yeah.
I don't blame her at all.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yep.
well.
Looked right at me and said, "Only one?"
She looked at you and said, "Are we going to ever get the hell out of here?"
Have they said that to you yet?
Your girls?
We've explained it to them, and there's a lot of
Dad, can we go home now? You are home.
a lot of dog walking, and then
Right.
we'll I think this is legal. Get in the car and go on little
Jaunts.
sort of drive around and look at sights. And
You do have them tied down, though.
no, they're in the
seats
car.
in the car. Yeah, right. No, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll fall asleep. Who knows, right?
We found a place that does curbside ice cream, which was super cool.
Yeah.
Have you found a place that does curbside popcorn yet? Can we put a man on that?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right?
I don't know. That's a great idea.
That's a
they're
bazillion-dollar idea.
Curbside ice cream. You mean like a drive-through? There are plenty of
No,
drive-through
you go
places
you
like
go
that.
online and tell them what time you're going to be there.
Cool.
Okay.
And then you go up and there's your ice cream and you pay for it on the phone and everything.
Unless you're late, and then there's your milk.
This is why you want to be there in a time.
Why don't you just?
You're going to be
I'm
late.
sorry.
Yeah.
I just would go to the drive-through. Then it's ready when you're ready.
They don't have a drive-through.
Oh, you have to have a specific ice cream, of course. I'm
That's the whole point of going out. I mean, I could have gotten ice cream at Target. And
Well,
had it
no,
sitting in
Dairy
our house, but
Queens
the
are-
point is getting out of the house.
Dairy Queen's still open. The drive-thrus.
Well,
Freddy's.
Box of Buster Bars and go home.
Yeah. Culver's.
But then the idea
Lots
was to not eat them at our house.
Why?
Because we've been in the house 24 hours a day for 3 weeks like everybody else.
I had ice cream Saturday night, and it had been probably 6 months since I've had ice cream. And my body let me know it did not approve. There were a couple hours that night on the toilet. Most of it was spent. I sort of had those Braxton Hicks where nothing was happening, but I was feeling the.
Are you allergic to dairy?
Something's going on, yeah. Yeah, I didn't care for it.
Well, it just leaves more for us. Good to
Yes,
know.
yeah.
I'm very sad for you.
Yeah, I am too.
To be you.
Oh, but was it worth it?
No. Pain. A lot of pain.
A lot of flatulence?
Oh, inhuman.
Yeah, my next door neighbor, Mr. Osher, had an issue with dairy, and he would just fart like a tuba.
Yeah. Yeah, I was almost asked to leave the house.
By the way, one of the great ways to get privacy right now.
Yes.
Start farting?
Yeah, that's a way.
Farting it up.
Just a way to get some great privacy right now. Pop on those earbuds.
Oh, man.
Take the dogs for a walk. And the best earbuds out there are Raycons, and the beauty of the Raycons is they're half the price of the expensive white ones that keep falling out of your ears.
I am so picky about my headphones. You know that about me.
Of course.
I love these Raycons, man.
The Raycons, the reason that they're so great is because you can adjust the, I don't know what the proper word is, the gasket, the thing that goes into your ear. They've got them, a whole series of them, so you get the right size.
Comfortable and secure and great sound.
Yes.
The everyday E25 earbud from Raycon is the most famous one. Seamless Bluetooth pairing and famous for their bass. 6 hours of playtime. So you can go on a long walk to get away from everybody. Just tell the dog, sorry, we're not going to be resting. Are you ready? Stretch.
Yeah.
We're going. Raycon wireless earbuds, very comfortable. And you can talk on the phone. You can listen to your favorite music or your favorite podcast. Raycon earbuds. Celebrities like Snoop Dogg and Chick McGee are obsessed with Raycons.
That's right.
Find out what the hype is all about with this special offer. Get 15% off your order at buyraycon.com/Tom. That's BUYRAYCON, buyraycon.com/Tom. And you get those. These are the great earbuds that are about half the price of the other ones, and now they're even 15% off that. So the Raycon wireless earbuds, the E25s, they're the best. Buyraycon.com/Tom. You deserve the peace of mind you get from shutting out the world and listening to what you want to listen to.
That's right.
Buyraycon.com/Tom. Coming up, Christy, what have you got?
Well, we still have a special, I don't know if you saw this, but a volcano erupted over the weekend.
No kidding.
Oh, my. It's unbelievable. And the Friends reunion update.
Okay, look forward to it. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, man, this is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't forget about the Bob and Tom app. It is free, available in your iTunes or Google Play Store. Why get the app? Well, besides listening to your local station, you can tune into us here at Bob and Tom 24/7. You can access a stream of classic bits on demand, send us photos, videos, audio messages. You, too, can become a junior windbag with just one click of a button. You can even set an alarm that'll wake you up with the show. Imagine that. Chick McGee, the first voice you hear in the morning. Bob and Tom sports guru, Chick McGee. That's right. Get the Bob and Tom app today. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom sports update from Chicago. Former Cubs second baseman Glenn Becker has died of natural causes at the age of 79. He won a Gold Glove in 1968 before earning all-star berths over the next 4 seasons. He had the best strikeout to at-bat ratio in the National League 5 times and finished third in average. He hit a career-high 342 in 1971. Former golfer Doug Sanders has passed away at the age of 86. According to the PGA Tour, through a text from Sanders' ex-wife, Scotty, Sanders still an amateur when he won his first PGA Tour event in 1956 at the Canadian Open. And motor racing great Sterling Moss has passed away at the age of 90. He loved speed. He was from England and widely regarded as the greatest Formula One driver never to win the World Championship. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Hey, Coach. Skip.
Well, due to coronavirus, our Little League draft has been postponed again.
Yeah.
Little League draft.
I tell my kids, take this time during quarantine to figure out what you're going to be. I'll say there's only two kinds of kids in baseball. The first kind wants to win, knows he's going to win. The second kind of kid knows he's not going to win. He just wants to show up every year and be seen. Then he drops out. He's called Bernie Sanders. You understand?
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
It's new from Bob and Tom Toys.
Come on, Elmo, laugh. Elmo. Hey, Mom, my Tickle Me Elmo is broken.
Broken?
I tickled him, but he's not laughing.
Honey, that's not Tickle Me Elmo. That's Hurt Me Elmo.
Hurt me, Elmo?
Yeah, Hurt Me Elmo. You hit him, and he talks.
Okay, here we go.
Ouch, that hurt.
From the makers of Pull My Finger Charlie, it's new Hurt Me Elmo.
Hey, cut it out, kid.
Hit him harder, sweetie.
Okay.
All right, now that's it. Knock it off, you little bastard.
Good one, Elmo.
Mom and dads everywhere are learning that Tickle Me Elmo is cute and cuddly, but doesn't prepare kids for the dog-eat-dog world they'll have to live in. New Hurt Me Elmo teaches kids self-defense and self-confidence as they beat the tar out of cute little Elmo. The harder you hit him, the more he talks.
Take that, Elmo.
Hey, stop hitting me, you little
Now you've got it.
Talk to me, Elmo.
Look, you rotten little that hurt.
Tough Elmo.
Hurt Me Elmo.
Oh, you can punch Elmo, you can kick Elmo, you can leave Elmo out in the rain or the sun. Pull his hair, twist his arm, poke his eyes and then run. Slap his face, kick his knee. New Hurt Me Elmo is fun.
Come on, little boy. Please stop hitting me.
Elmo, I love you.
Ouch, that hurt.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
A list of things you're never going to hear at a party. Hey, when you're done throwing up, can you drive me home?
I've heard that at a party.
Hey, who knows how to play some folk guitar? The clogged toilet? That was me. Hey, the keg's dry, but I think we've all had enough.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, I hate to waste time, so who here besides me has herpes?
See, because then you can match up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the neighbors are on the phone. They want to hear some Skinner. I can't hear the coked up guy talking.
9:46 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
I'm not sure what that accent was. Something Eastern
How you
Europe.
doing?
Oh, no, it's Northern Europe. I didn't realize.
Yeah, that's right.
Very close. Coming up, your shot at some serious cash on Q95. So pay close attention throughout the day. You could find yourself with $1,000. So listen carefully to what the man says. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee's behind the glass over there.
Hi, Navy Federal Credit Union Newsroom. What are we calling it?
She skipped.
Navy Federal Credit Union Newsroom.
There you go. That's what we Let's see. Chick's over there dialing someone. Ace Cosby is our engineer. There's Josh. This is Tom speaking.
And a story just came across about the NBA's horse.
Horse, yeah.
Horse on ESPN.
Uh-huh. 2 people watched?
The first word, a couple words are train wreck.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, that's a shame.
They were just trying to have fun.
That's
Sure,
right.
yeah.
Have a little fun. I think it's a cool
We all
idea.
need that right
I think
now.
it's cool you get to see people's houses. That's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
look at
interesting
that.
about all this stuff.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. What's that back there? Oh, yeah.
Now, we just had a weird news story about a guy that was digging in his garden and hit metal, kept digging, and there was a 60-year-old car,
Yeah, 55
70-year-old.
or 56, they believe the year of the car.
Wow.
Bel Air. I bet it was
Buried.
Bel Air.
So I said, why would you bury a car?
Mm-hmm.
I've
Do you have a reason?
a bunch of them here.
Really?
Walter writes, my dad buried my older brother's car, a 1972 Nova, because my brother skipped school.
Whoa! That's quite a punishment.
Wait
a
a minute. Really?
No one would make this up. Here's another one. I heard the story about the buried car in the backyard, and I heard Tom ask, why would anyone do that? I knew a guy who had a new 79 Trans Am, couldn't keep the payments up. So instead of the bank getting it back and having it repossessed, he buried it in his backyard.
That's awesome.
To this day, there's a nearly new Trans Am buried in, I won't say what city, Michigan.
Really?
Best thing I've ever heard.
Wow.
Under a giant W? We can go find it.
Yeah.
That's right.
The big W.
I'm sure it aged well.
He kicked the bucket.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Might be good for a couple of interior parts, but I'm not even sure they'd hold up.
You can repo. I mean, not repo.
Well, there'd be a show. Buried cars. Guys dig them up and yikes. I'm
well,
sorry.
they're called barn finds.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, but
they
I
do
mean-
that. They restore
Sure,
those.
I know, but this is one step farther.
Yes.
And not necessarily a good one. What do you got over there, Christy?
Oh, HBO has had to delay the Friends reunion for those of you who have been waiting on pens and needles for it due to the coronavirus. The special featuring the entire original Friends cast was going to be part of the May launch of the new HBO Max streaming service.
But
the
no one told
company-
you life was going to be this way.
No,
That's true.
They had no idea.
They announced Friday
Is it-
taping.
How many, is it? How many claps is that again?
Four.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Yep.
Nobody got any taping done before the outbreak, so the show was going to be shot on the same Burbank, California soundstage where the series was originally taped. That's going to have to wait.
So it's not going to be their day, their month, or their year.
No.
More lyrics from the.
How you doing?
I'll be there for you, though. Just wait.
Thank you, Christy.
You just got to wait a little bit longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
We never covered birthdays.
No, we didn't.
Thomas Jefferson's birthday.
How about
here we
that?
go.
Not doing it. Time now for things we learned. Just look up story number 7.
Okay.
Brought to you by Grainger. Delivering the products that keep your facility running is what Grainger does best. They've been doing it for 90 years. Visit Grainger.com.
It's Butch Cassidy's birthday.
Whatever you need.
Is it really?
Whatever
Butch Cassidy's,
you need it.
really.
Grainger for the ones who get
I
it.
thought that was Paul Newman.
That
that's
Thomas
not his-
Jefferson had swirl ice cream.
Thank you, Josh.
Yeah, I thought.
Thank you, Grainger, for whatever you need. Get it
Butch
done.
Cassidy's name wasn't Butch Cat, wasn't it?
Robert Leroy Parker.
Oh.
That's it. Bobby P.
So that was a true story?
Huh?
Butch
Oh, they
Cassidy
were
and
real.
the
Yeah, they were
Sundance
real
Kid?
people.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that was a true story.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll be damned.
Also, real quick, we missed a couple things. 1928, the first nonstop flight from Europe to North America.
Took 12 days.
Hope not.
Took a lot of courage. What do we learn in today's show? Let's see. It's Plant Appreciation Day.
Yes, it is.
I'd like to appreciate some plants that weren't the ones that were already there so I could be somewhere else but my house.
You know what? I think in honor of Plant Appreciation Day, I'll fertilize my palm.
Well, that's nice.
By which you mean you'll...
Do you have a palm?
No, he means that he'll fertilize his palms.
His palm. Okay, duh.
Means he'll be on the internet with
Yeah, masturbation joke. I'm just
busty,
slow.
busty, yeah.
No, I meant I would put fertilizer in my. All right.
When Chick uses a credit card thing, he has to put it in the slot. He puts it in and goes, "Oh yeah,
Take it all."
You like that, don't you?
At a restaurant, I'll play just the tip. Hey, thank you very much.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen.
I had to do some plumbing over the weekend, and I think I fixed something with a lot of zip ties and some plastic. But
sounds
not compared
sturdy.
to Jess Hooker, who installed a bidet. However,
yes, there
it's
is a
not
however.
really quite done.
No, she had a couple incidences.
Yeah. She's got a clean rear, but the ceiling of her bathroom's also kind of wet. Okay, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
You can find us on Twitter at Bob and Tom, or you can email us at bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.